Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Meet Your Maker podcast. I am Gringo Tactical, and I'm here with my other host, Vandal Art. Today, we are with Sonoran Shooter. What's going on, man?
Hey,
thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming out. Yeah, we were, just gabbing a little bit before. What were we talking about?
Which part? The sitting on cake and eating dicks, the wall of dicks.
That's true.
Sponsorships.
Yeah. We talked about
Was
wall
there
of
any
dicks if you choke on them.
There was no non-dick. That's all it was.
Once you called once you called revolvers gay, I took it personally.
Would you rather have penises for fingers or vaginas for ears?
Vaginas for ears. I'll hook up the homies.
I feel like to get my shoulders
So does that
dirty,
mean
though.
you'd just be like, you'd get your head and you just start going like this?
Or they can do the work.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great. Would they touch tips in the center?
Maybe.
Wow. I feel like it just
a
gets
lot to think
slobber
about.
all over your shoulders, though. Like, you just have dirty, just gross.
Dude, but penis for fingers it'd be hard to go anywhere.
They do function once a month. I'll let you know.
Literal dick slap.
So you can point at somebody.
How can you pull a trigger at that point?
Ooh.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. You'd probably just have
let me pop a Viagra before this range
Probably
day.
just have to like hold it at the hip somehow, and then just stick one in and just fucking rack that thing back, dude. Just rack it back.
I feel like uncircumcised would be the only way to go.
Yeah.
It's less sensitive from what I've been told.
I couldn't imagine being circumcised. It fucking quick 10 surgeries.
We also got Darkwork Syndicate here sitting in the studio.
He's
just
judging
out.
us hard.
I'm quiet.
He doesn't like the conversation.
He's laughing.
All right, well, that's a wild way to start an episode.
Yeah.
Let's crack something real quick. You
Yeah.
want to give him something to crack?
Oh yeah, sure. Here. I don't know if it'll be cold yet or not. Here.
Just don't spill anything this time.
I know. I've got a hand on it this time.
Was that not a bit?
It was not a bit.
That wasn't? Okay.
It wasn't a bit. And I wasn't supposed to show him cleaning it up, but the camera died. So the only angle I have is him on all fours cleaning up his spill.
There you go, sir.
That's all we needed.
Yeah.
I got an angry message from him later about it. He's like, "Hey, dick."
It's like, wow, you just put all my business on me on all fours out there.
I got you a gift though.
Yeah.
All right, Cooter, fucking ready to crack it? 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Bush.
Hit that shit, Cooter. How do you like that liquid death?
How is
Cola. Interesting, right?
I tried one. I'll say I wasn't really much of a fan.
I liked it.
That has a song. So
He's never watched the pod.
say it's like, I can't tell if it's like sweet Coke or like flat Pepsi.
It's like a little bit flat Pepsi,
it's
right?
Somewhere in like
It's like a mix of RC, Pepsi, and Coke.
Fucking RC goes so hard.
And it's like watered down a little bit.
Yeah. Give us some tasting notes.
I'm getting some vanilla. Hints of vanilla. Hints of oak.
very vanilla forward, I'd say. The spice kind of comes in towards the rear anthropox gland.
I love it when you talk like this.
My goodness.
Have you seen that guy on dude, what's his name? He's on Instagram. He does all of like the REI, like the climber culture, but he's always like over the top and like douchey.
Mm-mm.
What's his name?
Is it a bit?
It's a bit. It's a bit, and it's just like any. What's his name? Marky.
I used to follow this one page where it was like this guy. They would post just these crazy contraptions people would throw together while rock climbing. Like they would be up on a cliff face and they'd see a rig that somebody else had to place to use to keep going, and it's like the most jank, craziest, like I would not trust that with a 10-foot pole looking rig thing that's like hanging on by a thread. And it's like, okay, yeah, I guess I have to use it too because I'm fully out of gear.
I can think of 4 more places I'd want janky things to be before rock climbing.
But what was this guy's name? I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No. It's Mark. What's his name? Matt. Yeah. It's Did you already? Yeah, Matt. Did you already know who I was talking about? Hell yeah, you guys.
Cooter's
Jamie
good,
is dope.
dude.
Cooter's the best, dude.
Cooter's
Besides
good,
hating
dude.
Japanese people, Cooter's pretty great.
Oh yeah.
Don't bring up
Yeah.
Nagasaki and Hiroshima again.
Not down with the Japs.
No, he's not. Dude fucking hates anime.
You got the old World War II Pacific Theater map over there.
Wait, does he know that there's anime with boobs?
Cooter doesn't swing that way. You see how excited he got when he brought up?
And it's art.
Yeah. Let me have you weigh in on this. Holden, do me a favor. Go grab the map that you think we should hang up. Let's get everyone's opinion, but I also want Sonoran's opinion here.
I don't want to hang it up.
You asked me, like, where should we hang it? And I was like, I don't know about that.
Okay. First of all, I'd like the audience at home to know that this is historically accurate, okay? And I got it because I am a fan of World War II history.
That's a Nazi flag on there.
What part of it are you a fan of there, Holden?
I'm a fan of all the D-Day
The Black
knowledge.
Cross.
So what we're looking at here, I'll just grab it.
Just fucking grab it.
I'll just grab it.
I don't know what.
I think we'll have to blur this out if we put it on YouTube.
Fuck no, dude. It'll be fine. It's for educational purposes, right?
So, what we have here... I'll put on my headphones again. Okay, so what we have here...
I want you guys to realize this was the main selling point for Holden to buy this map.
It was not. It was not. It was because I'm a fan of World War II history.
You have so many of these maps there at your home.
I don't. I have the other one of the Pacific Theater, which was specifically like the Marines, but this one is of D-Day, and it shows Utah Beach, Omaha Beach, Gold, Juno, and Sword. And it shows...
Show the people.
There it is. Yes, it does have...
And you said that was your favorite part.
No.
Yeah, you said that.
No.
You said Kanye's right.
No, I didn't. No, it is historically
what song
accurate.
were you listening to when we showed up here today?
Oh my god!
It was a new Ye song.
I was listening to Kid Cudi actually.
It's not Kid Cudi.
Here you go, Cooter. Cooter, can you take that? Can you pass that to Cooter? Pass that to Cooter.
I don't see anything wrong.
You gonna let me show him the other one too, or are you just gonna?
There's nothing wrong with the other one.
Okay.
Shit's been a setup since day one, bro.
That one's got a Japanese guy's head on a pike. You said there's nothing wrong with it. I'm looking at it right now.
Quick little fun fact. So, I think it was 1st Marines for the longest time after World War II within the battalion headquarters. They had the skull of a Japanese soldier from World War II that they took as a war trophy.
Damn.
And they put it back in the battalion headquarters, and they would paint it different colors like every X amount of years, and then put like the 1st Marine, 1st Marines fucking logo insignia, like right on the fucking skull of it.
Anybody could just paint it?
I don't think it was anybody, but they just held, and then I think they either may still have it, or I think they had to return it back to Japan. So,
Cooter, can you do me a favor?
Who do you give that back to?
just the government.
Hey, somebody dropped
They
this.
give it to a Japanese guy. Like, here you go.
Well, with everything now, they may
Do you
be,
have
they
a
may be able
grandfather?
to get like
No?
a DNA sample from like the bone or something like
Headless,
that. I
you
don't know. And then they may be able to find the family.
Cooter, can you look up the most decorated military unit in history? I'm pretty sure it was mainly made up of Japanese dudes during World War II.
I thought you said the most decorated Japanese skull.
Most decorated. Hey, that'll work too.
And then after that, look up the Japanese skull trophy.
They just have fucking pictures of it. 442nd.
442nd
Go for broke.
Regimental RCT,
Yep.
also known as
Second
Go for
generation
Broke.
Japanese Americans. The most decorated unit in fucking U.S. military history was a bunch of second generation Japanese Americans fighting during World War II.
Wow,
Fucking
that's crazy.
nuts.
Against Japanese or wow?
Yeah, they fought in the Pacific.
Wow, that's
Bro,
crazy.
Look at that fucking memory just coming out like that.
Dude, so what? So like Dr. Seuss was a cartoonist back then.
Yeah.
Like he had early and it was
political
like,
propaganda.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how he, because
Wow, really?
art. There's there's an art thing that you can now hold on to.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That was I don't know if that's how he started, but he was known for that early
He did
on.
a lot of that, and it's like it's the same style too. So like when you see it, you're like, oh fuck, goddamn Cat in the Hat.
Yeah.
Dude, it's great because it's like whatever. It's like here's a line of Niebenhoppers or whatever, and it's just like but it's like Japanese dudes, like very like cartoonistic.
Well, yeah, that's why people got mad at him for the places you'll go. which is like one of his most popular books because the way he depicted Japanese people. I'm like, brother, he came up doing political cartoons and he showed everybody in a not so good light, especially America.
Yeah.
Like his commentary on the American government was pretty critical, especially for the time.
Well, and so that's really what I was going to ask, because the art thing is interesting. But one thing I've always asked myself about that time period, because it wasn't that long ago.
No.
Like the federal government, not that many years ago, said we're going to round up all of these specific people, and we're going to put them all in a like. You know, it's crazy how like the Democrat Party always has the track record of doing the worst shit, but somehow they can like, could just like, I don't know, China. It's like somehow we've like forgiven them because they make cheap phones. But anyways, it's kind of like wherever you line up today, you can't just apply those same. Yeah, I just wonder like what would we have done, like the gun culture, let's just say, or like, you know, the kind of like the tactical art culture, like where would. Yeah, like what would you have?
I think it.
And this is like a weird time in history. What is that, Cooter?
So they had the internment camps. Cool, I can speak on this because I know a lot about it. I'm back.
History teacher engaged.
Wait, hold on. How old are you? Okay.
I'm 30.
I'm also 30. I'm like a couple weeks
old. So you're not that much.
How old are you, Mr. Sonoran Shooter?
Well, I guess I'm oldest. No, you got me. I think I am older than you. Yeah, we're 91. Hell yeah.
I'm a 94, baby.
Same. So after Pearl Harbor happened, right? A bunch of anti-Japanese sentiments started going out, which, I mean, the history of America, we didn't look kindly upon Japanese in general. We had a bunch of different foreign policy and immigration policies throughout the 1920s that limited basically Japanese people from coming to America. And we even had embargoes on Japan when they were trying to build up their, empire. To where we already didn't look kindly upon them, right? So it's like a generation of just like, hey, hate, and then Pearl Harbor happens. You're like, oh, fuck. So they start limiting their rights. So they say they can't like go to certain areas, right? Restriction of movement. And it gets to the point when people were trying to flee, especially from the West Coast, because that's where a majority of the Japanese Americans were, they'd freeze bank accounts. Right, so they literally had no money to be able to move, and then slowly over time they started moving them into internment camps, which were a lot of them. I think there's 24 in total. I could be wrong there.
Damn,
I'm doing this all from memory, so if I get something fucking wrong, someone in the comments please let me know.
Get on his ass.
But a lot of them were like old, like fucking fairgrounds or like army bases, and so they'd have like fucking horse stalls. They put walls on them and then put people in there. And for the most part, that went on for 5 years. I got bad eyes. It went on for about 5 years. I don't need that shit, Cooter. About 5 years.
To the Oscar.
A lot of people who
all
were
up here.
Yeah, a lot of the people that were able to leave was like for like college and stuff. Like say you were a kid, like because they took kids and stuff too. And sometimes you just like fucking look Japanese. You could be Korean. There's cases of that. But they rounded them all up. They put them into these internment camps, and then they had to work on the camps, or they had to work in factories that directly supported the camp or stuff like that. So like literal sweatshops.
And it was full families too. It was like the kids would go do some other job where like they could use it, and then like the family would meet back together at the picnic table in the yard and like talk about their days.
Once the war was over, they dropped the gates. Right, because they had them fenced in. It's an internment camp, which is crazy. After we found concentration camps, that we didn't immediately fucking shut that down because bad luck. They gave them, I want to say like $10 and a bus ticket to back where they're from. And you have these people who were taken from their homes, which they lost their homes, right? Sometimes you have a really good, someone who runs your apartment back in the day and they hold your apartment. But if you had a house, like you got a fucking mortgage, it's gone. If you had a business, it's fucking gone. And then
what would they do? Like claim eminent domain over it, or like they just
if you don't own it outright. Yeah, if you don't own it outright.
Well, yeah, I guess if they stick you in a camp, how are you going to pay for your fucking house?
No, exactly. And beyond that, like your house would get fucking looted, right? You can't bring everything with you. Your houses are getting looted. You're not getting jobs, and then it fucked the older.
But also think about like. What would the neighbors are watching this? They're hearing about it.
The neighbors were defacing their shit.
That's what. Exactly. It's like, oh, the Jap that lives across the street. Like, yeah, they're gonna go break into his house and steal stuff.
Most of these were Japanese Americans. They were U.S. citizens. They were born here. Yeah. And then it goes a step further to where even after the internment camps were over, you had these older Japanese Americans who built their life in America. They came over here for a better life. They built it. All of that stripped away from them, and now they also can't get employed because there's still discrimination against Japanese people. Right. And
so the fear
it wasn't until the 1980s 80s that the U.S. government apologized for the internment camps.
That's what I mean. This was not that long ago. Like
40 years later.
Within
40, it took them 40 years to be like, oh shit, our bad. It's crazy. And I see what you're saying. Like, I think about like 9/11, right? Never forget the discrimination that Muslims face, and there's still stigmas around with that to this day. I mean, obviously we have they made changes in the I can't remember. It was just they changed an amendment or if they added something to where it's like you can't take away rights from U.S. citizens. But it used to be things like during wartime we can do whatever the fuck we want. We're like, okay, we need to get away from that. But yeah, it was definitely an interesting time. Like you said, it's not that long ago. Like less than 100 years, we literally rounded up American citizens.
It's crazy.
Put them in camps.
It's crazy to think. I'm thinking about it right now in terms of like. So by the time they apologized, that was 40 years that passed.
Yeah.
It's literally been 40 years since 1980. Been 40 years
since then.
So that's like that's like the equivalent of like World War II happened in 1980.
Yeah, and that's another thing.
And that's like holy fuck. That's not that long ago when you think about like I mean it's still a long time to get a fucking apology. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not, but like that's I mean in terms like that, it's like holy fuck. Like that was a major world event that. Like think about it in terms of shit that's happened over the past fucking 100 years, man.
Yeah.
Well, that was within the past 100 years.
Yeah, and it's crazy.
That was 80 years ago that World War II happened.
Yeah. And I just lost my train of thought.
Well, do you remember who the president was?
There's multiple presidents,
but they overlapped
when they did, it was it'd be Truman in the beginning. I don't fucking like Truman. Don't like him at all. But they did overlap. I don't know who's next.
Yeah,
my world history is so much better than my U.S.
I just don't like the president. I remember dates of stuff happening, but not like necessarily who was the president back then. But that was the thing was like the fear, and it was completely irrational. And like again, like look back to COVID and like all the irrational things that people did back then. The irrational fear was that, like you said, the American-born Japanese citizens somehow still had ties back to Japan. And so that they were going to go and share secrets, basically. They were going to, like, neighbors were going to be talking outside at their barbecue, and then the Japanese neighbor was going to hear about what was happening and then phone grandma.
Yeah.
Right? And, like, hey, this is what they're planning. And so that was like, the beginning of, that's a security threat to the nation, basically. And so that was kind of the beginning of, like...
The Patriot Act.
It says Roosevelt.
So Roosevelt was when it started, and then Truman was at the end of the war. So I thought you meant the overlap between the internment camp.
And then was it Patton that commented on the military-industrial complex?
I don't remember. Who was the general that oversaw Korea? I don't know if you guys know this little fact. Cooter might enjoy it.
The Korean Chosen.
It wasn't Patton. Was it MacArthur? It was MacArthur. So MacArthur, he almost won the Korean War. He pushed them back, and then China got involved and backed the Koreans. They sent like 100,000 troops overnight. But fucking MacArthur, you want to know what his solution was? Fucking nuke China. He's like, let's nuke him. And Truman's like, no. So then he tried to go around him to Congress and get them to approve it, and then he got fired.
Who, MacArthur?
Yeah, he got fired from his post.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because he was such a good general.
Because he went around chain of command, dude.
All right, so one hell of a tangent. You fucking hit my history itch there.
All from racist political cartoons.
yes, sir. So Sonoran Shooter, thank you again for being here.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming out.
So I've been following your page since, man, Vandal was kind of created about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know how long you've been doing it, how long you've been in the game.
I guess, yeah, I think the Instagram page I created it December 2023. 2022. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ago. Yeah.
Yeah, because I just hit 3 years on Instagram like the other day, and I didn't even realize it. But you take really dope photos.
Thank you.
I've always loved your style and everything that you do.
Dude, my mom says the same thing.
Hell yeah.
I like your aesthetic, like the if it's called style, aesthetic, I'm not sure which one it is, but I like whatever you've got going on.
And your shit pops up all over my feed because you're...
Does it really?
You're like, like when you collab post with other people too and stuff like that. Like I just see it all the time and I instantly know it's you just because of the vibe. So again,
especially like the goon tape photos.
Yeah.
Like I know which, now that I know it's like you, I was like, oh dude, I've definitely seen lots of your pictures before.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. Because I think that about other people that I follow and interact with, but it wasn't ever I think is, I don't know. I still kind of haven't like determined or like I can't even quantify like this is my style. I don't know what it is. So.
is clean. There is an evolution.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, style changes over time. You have the evolutions. I just love your close-up shots of everything, and it just turns out so clean. We'll link his Instagram to the episode and everything like that, so you guys can check it out. But please do. Maybe I'll throw some up on here post, because everyone gets mad at me when Cooter pulls shit up and then I don't pull it up. Is that fucking Glizzy's? I do remember that photo.
Yeah.
Is that Glizzy's with goon tape? Yes, sir.
Jungle magged.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, you run out of one hot dog.
You got a second. Hell yeah. So my wife the other day, I don't know if I said this on the podcast. Did I tell you what my wife called my Glock?
No.
So we're driving in the car, and I
You
can't
said
remember.
Glock?
Yeah, what she called my Glock. We're driving and something like that, and she's like, "Hey, you got that Glizzy on you?"
Oh my.
And I was like, "No, but we can stop by Costco real quick, I guess." She's like, "No, what do you mean? Like your Glizzy?" I'm like, "You mean my Glock?" So now in my house, we just refer to my guns as my Glizzy. You get that Glizzy on you? Fuck, hell yeah, I do. All right, so we'll start with the getting of the meeting your maker here a little bit. So obviously, Sonoran Shooter, very Arizonian name. Are you from Arizona originally?
Dude, this was the one thing I didn't want people to know about me.
You're fucking from Cali, aren't you?
Dude, I'm from California. Dude. I'm wearing Vans, pants that don't fit me, dude. Like,
I'm in the same boat. What the fuck?
Yeah. See?
I'm not.
See?
Fuck.
You're in
I
California.
mean, I don't wear Vans, but I wear the slip-ons. So, I mean, I do wear Vans. I just don't wear.
In my defense, the part of California I grew up in, Sacramento Valley.
Okay.
We also have a valley out there in California. It's very rural. It's like fishing and farm town, and like people living on the river, and like Christian conservative. Like it is not what the rest of it is.
Okay.
So coming out here, it was not like
How long you been out here for?
So we've been out here for coming up on 2018.
Oh, okay.
Math, 7 years.
Why
8 years?
why the move?
So my wife is from Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah, I imported.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I just hear rappers talking about their imports.
I imported.
And so I brought one. Yeah, dude, it was hopped online. Yeah, I just found her.
90 Day Fiance, that
Biggest
shit.
booty Latina I can know.
Big booty.
So this is you're gonna get a lot of my history really quick.
Hell yeah.
So I lived in Mexico for 2 years.
With the cartel or what?
Close. Religious cartel.
Oh, okay.
So I'm Mormon, actually.
I was gonna say, are there Mormons there?
Yeah, just sprinkled.
Wait, were
so
you there on your mission?
That's what.
Did you fucking convert anybody?
Dude, like 4. Yeah,
I was
just
say, like,
kidding.
I feel like Mexico. Like I was in Spain, and there's like missionaries there on their mission, obviously. But they're trying to convert people. I'm like, brother, you're walking up to like cafes where people are just fucking downing shots and smoking cigarettes. Like, hey, you want to give all of this up?
Yeah,
I'm like, that's gotta be a hard sell.
Are you having the greatest day of your life?
Hey, I see you're drinking coffee, you have a cigarette, and then a beer. Fuck all that shit.
Yeah. Those just makes you happy?
Yeah.
So it was kind of it was obviously we go when we were young. I was 19, so it was like my first. I'm leaving home and I'm figuring things out on my own, basically. Lots of structure though, but anyways, yeah. So that's how I ended up there. That's where I met my wife right now. So
you got one. You converted one.
Cowboy. No, she was already a member of the church.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that would have been great. Like I got the one that mattered, right? No. So I was there for 2 years. Met her. Her whole family is still there. So my mother-in-law, all of my sisters-in-law, they're all still in Mexico.
Can I ask what part of Mexico?
Just across the border. So it takes us from our driveway to my mother-in-law's house. It's like 8 hours with kids and stops and that kind of thing.
Okay.
Okay.
So not far at all. Actually, today, though, so all of what we've been living for the past 12 years has kind of changed. So my mother-in-law just got approved for her tourist visa.
Oh, nice.
So now she's finally... So we've been married... Yeah, we've been together for 12 years.
Wow,
my mother-in-law has never been here. Yeah. And so she's now finally, as of today, she has a visa. She'll be able to come visit. Yeah,
that's exciting, dude.
Thank you.
Nice.
That's a big blessing. We've been waiting for it.
Take her to In-N-Out. Just fucking blow her mind.
Oh, yeah. You got to take her to In-N-Out, dude.
Yeah. I said Taco Bell just so that way she thinks it's
record that shit.
Yeah. So I'm talking like diarrhea, like the full, like this is the.
You're gonna be on a
so that
mission for
way.
days.
Welcome to America.
Well, no. So that way she's just like, I got this. I'll make the food while I'm here. So it's kind of
So you can't eat like this.
Got
exactly.
Hell yeah.
That's
Got
what we're,
you.
That's what we're. But anyways, full circle. Like 40 minutes ago, you asked me a question. We moved to Arizona because it was a comfortable enough driving distance to be able to go back.
Awesome.
Because our whole life has been based around she can't come here, so we have to go there, and so that's one of the biggest reasons why we decided to bring it out.
Holden, see how he brings it back to the point?
Brother,
Cooter like that one too.
If I could just learn how to do that, that would be fantastic.
You gotta remember what the point was.
Yeah, if I could just learn how to bring it back around, that's where I fall off.
So you grew up in Cali. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I want to get into, where did your love from firearms? I know you say you come from a rural part, but it's still hard to own guns in Cali. So where did the love for shooting come from? Not just guns, but with the camera.
Yeah. So definitely two parts. Like the stories end up intersecting, but really the first gun that I shot, I was probably 6 or 7.
Barrett 50 cal.
So it went up like this. Yeah, dude. So living in California, so Sacramento, like it's still kind of populated. And so, my grandpa is a cowboy through and through. He's from southern Utah. And so
does he carry a revolver?
So that was the first thing that I learned how to shoot was a revolver.
Ooh, what kind of revolver do you remember?
Hold up, I just want to backtrack real quick.
I know, and I did call
my
him
revolver gay.
Yeah.
And it hurt my feelings.
So I'm bi. And
Nice.
so it was
So is
the
your
start
grandpa?
of it. No,
That's crazy.
grandpa.
Yo, what's good with your grandpa? Is he still around?
He is. He's definitely still kicking. Yeah.
Hell yeah. We'll go ride some horses together.
Yeah. That was double entendre. That was cool.
Thanks.
Yeah. No. So black guy in the apartment. He comes out one day. He's like, "Hey." No, that was it. No. So it was just like camping trips and like getting out of the city.
Yeah.
And my grandpa was kind of like, it was, being like living like a cowboy, how he grew up, like not afraid of hard work and like building campfire. And like, we're not camping in an RV, we're camping in a tent, we're pitching it, that kind of thing. That. And so then it was like, going and chopping wood for like his wood burning furnace, that type of thing.
Oh, nice.
And so that was kind of like the day. It was like, we'd go out, like chop wood down in the forest, shoot guns at cans and stuff like that while we were out there away from town. And yeah, so it was a 22. It's a heritage.
Okay.
A little
and
single
so they
action?
make like Colt, they make Colt replicas. Yeah. And I know exactly what it is because not too long ago he gave it to me.
Wow.
So I have the first gun that I ever
That's
shot.
cool,
Yeah.
dude.
That's so sick.
That's sweet.
It's great. Oh, there's actually it's on there somewhere.
Oh, fucking Cooter, pull that shit up. So I can not pull this up in post and have hate comments about it.
Yeah, we'll get to right where it was.
I want to get Cooter, don't let me forget. I want to get back to that photo right there.
The one with the ornament?
Yeah.
The boobies one?
The boobies one.
Well, nobody can see it, right? So they don't know that there's no boobies.
Oh shit.
Unless you do actually go back and
Zoom in.
Well, no, like show what we're looking at, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, there it is.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, no, you got it.
So, shit.
Yeah, so that's that heritage 22
with the goon tape,
single action with goon tape,
with the Benjamin.
With the Benjamin. That's another local
good
brand.
Old Benjamin button.
I tried to collab on that one. They were not having it.
What brand was it?
It was Amber.
Oh, okay.
Amber, yeah.
I've collabed with Abstract.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So Abstract, I haven't got anything from them. Ever since then, I was like, screw Amber.
They've kind of ghosted me since I did some I collabed with packaging for them and stuff like that.
No way.
It was super sick. And then someone's like, when are you gonna run it back? And I was like, that's up to them. And I tagged them, and I just haven't heard anything.
Do you know who Canamo is?
No.
So they're
I don't do drugs.
Yeah, no.
I don't.
Yeah, what is that?
I'm still in the reserve, so I can't even like smoke weed.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
legal
yeah,
here.
yeah,
I can't do any of that.
yeah.
So like even Abstract is like, I can't smoke it, and I kind of wrestled with it. I was like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, it's cool. Someone's asked me to do their packaging. Like they reached out to
that's
me
different
because
than-
I was local. I was like, all right.
And that's a entirely like that is a topic on its own. That like why THC no, but alcohol yes, right? Like for
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
But no. So anyways, so Canamo is they have like this art style that's kind of like tattoo-esque, but like
really?
their colors and that type of like. It reminds me a lot of what.
Fucking DM me their
what
shit,
you do.
dude. I'll
Yeah,
hit 'em
I
up.
will.
I've been getting ghosted a lot by I get ghosted by companies a lot. They'll start talking to me, then I think they go through my page and they're like, "Fuck no,"
This guy.
which is valid. So
What's this kiss is all about?
yeah,
Like,
fucking, this guy gay, which I think would be a selling point at this point. So cameras. When did you first start picking up a camera?
oh yeah.
Like, what's your earliest memory? You just doing like fucking Kodak point and shoot?
Dude. No, so my stepdad, he always made me hold the camcorder. I'm just kidding. I don't have a stepdad. I grew up in a very stable, loving
It's like,
household.
where is this going, bro?
That's where it was going. We're on our toes here.
Dude, the last episode was traumatic, okay? We don't need 2 traumatic episodes back
I'm
to back.
fucking loving it, to be honest. This shit's sick. Oh fuck.
Yeah, so this is like
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
I fuck with that.
Yeah.
so there's a so
They
like,
make me want to smoke weed.
that's right. So I
Send me
guess
some
Ponderosa
samples.
would be the account to look at. They have more of like their
Okay.
because this is like their packaging. And
More Vandal branded weed coming soon.
stuff. That's right. Which
I'll be the lead
haven't
tester.
used. Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
test
yeah.
your samples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They gave me a bunch of free shit and I just gave it to my homies.
But that's how you made.
Yeah.
That's how all of you guys are here, right? Because you got free.
No, I give it to them for free. They don't pay me.
But yeah. So then
Earliest
the gun
memory.
thing continued. What?
Earliest memory.
Earliest memory.
He's got it, dude. He's not you.
Oh, yeah, we were there. We were there.
Don't disrespect our guest, dude. You always do this. Don't embarrass me.
I'll just shut up.
The embarrassing you is a bit. Because I
shut
have seen that one come up a lot.
Well,
is.
it's not a bit. It's not a bit. It just happens.
It just happens. It's because I can't think up of anything to say on the fly that's witty enough to respond back to Trey's
You just gotta watch a lot of comedy.
jabs.
A lot of stand up.
Yeah, I know.
watch
I
stand-up.
gotta get
My
better.
favorite bit is
I gotta get better.
a word from our sponsors. I was begging.
I
for
could just- I
sponsors.
could
Dude, I was
just be
already
like,
holding that
Yeah,
when you
fucking-
said it.
Hey, real quick, do an ad read for us. It's Liquid Death.
It's good.
It's good.
Do you care? Do you care? It's good. It's good.
Liquid Death, hit us up. We're fucking poor.
There we go.
This ruthless can of flavored sparkling water has a twisted plan to use natural agave and exploding bubbles to murder your thirst and recycle your soul.
Dude's got ADHD, but he's got like a fucking 10th grade reading level. Fucking look at him.
Dude, that's why I didn't even.
Hell yeah.
Yep, cancel for trademark.
So
Don't
cameras.
sue us, please.
So as we were coming back, before we were rudely interrupted,
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying,
before
dude.
this fucking asshole
He's doing it
ruined
again.
everything.
He's literally doing it again.
the one with, and you chose penis for fingers, right? So when you just pointed your thumb back at you,
Just kidding.
that was a callback.
Hell yeah, dude. I love a good callback. Callbacks are my favorite. I hate it because sometimes the callbacks go over his head and I'm just chuckling to myself.
See, that's what we're here. That's what I'm
Hey,
here for.
welcome to everyone say welcome to your new co-host here.
Switch. Let's switch.
It's his Holden is his house now.
Well, hold on. What's your interest rate?
It's a rental, dude.
Sublease? Do they allow for that?
I don't know. Just take it all over.
Okay, perfect.
I don't care anymore. Just take it all
This
over.
is based on the last episode. We shouldn't be dogging on him this hard.
He get hurt.
You didn't listen to it, but it's all about his mental health.
You're gonna listen.
It was a
You're
very-
gonna listen to the episode that we're talking about, and you're gonna be like,
You should have hit that after he read his text message last episode. Just really traumatized him. He was very vulnerable last episode. It was a very serious episode, and I even started the episode like, "Hey, I'm not gonna be mean to Holden," and I wasn't. But then I literally started the episode with we had our episode with Zach. We were telling him to go kill himself.
After like,
No, we were telling Holden to kill himself. Yeah, no, we wouldn't say that to Zach. We
I was
love
gonna
Zach.
say,
I don't think
that's
you
a-
told me to kill myself. I think I just said
you
that's
said- you
okay.
said-
I'll just go kill myself.
Well, we encouraged it. We're like, fucking live stream it, bitch.
Encouraged it, live stream it.
I'm not gonna
before it
tell you
didn't
no.
happen.
Yeah, we're trying to be supportive, dog.
Homies support each other in everything.
Yeah, dude.
right?
It's okay. We included the suicide hotline in the next episode. We did,
Did
our
you
part.
really?
We did. Yeah. We did.
Just in case
Just hey.
somebody checks,
Somebody may need it, dude.
somebody may need it. That's right.
So camera.
Hey,
So
fucking
cameras.
Trey, stop running your gums, dude, and give me another beer.
Who's Trey?
That fucking guy. That's his government name.
That's Vandal.
That's his government name.
He likes to make sure everyone knows my government name.
Dude, I treat everybody's Instagram handle
We're
like their gamer
besties, dude.
tag,
I call him by his government name.
This is Holden.
Thank you, sir.
What's up, Cooter?
Oh, Cooter needs a beer too, dude.
Oh, fucking Christ, dude.
Yeah, beer Cooter, dude. He's over there fucking
tip.
typing his fingers away.
Do you
dude.
want this nice beer?
It's on the very, very, very bottom.
Or do you want one of your fancy beers? You want me to throw it to you?
Well, then what are you going to drink after that one?
We got plenty of Bush.
That's true. We also got these things.
Now, a word from our sponsors.
In the course of 20 minutes, how often have we done this? Like 3 times now? 4
It's
times?
still my favorite bit.
No, word from our not sponsors.
Actually,
Hopeful sponsors.
We are going to take a word from our sponsors. Hey, ad read for Meet Your Makers podcast. If you guys are enjoying the content, it means the world to us. If you could leave a like, subscribe, possibly comment, make fun of me with some, witty comments, give me some hate mail to make Holden feel better.
Do it.
That'd be appreciated. But yeah, we love you.
Yep, say it back.
All right, thanks from the word from our sponsors. You guys are the best and totally exist. Wild ride so far on this podcast. So camera.
Yes.
We're back here.
Yes.
Oh boy. Jarring transition.
Yeah.
Because I remember we were talking about with the
You're holding the camcorder for your stepdad that doesn't exist.
because that's right. You knew exactly where we were. Yeah. Because that was an hour-long sponsors ad read. Like that was.
There's a lot of sponsors that
Yes,
a
totally
lot of
exist.
sponsors.
All of them. So cameras. It was. I don't know. I remember I got my parents bought me a digital camera back in like the MySpace days.
Hell yeah. You were a skater boy, weren't you?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, skated, like pretended to play guitar. Yeah, it was what sponsored skater, much like the podcast.
Wow.
Yeah,
Totally existed.
my sponsors were. And then we come back right to where we're just still talking.
I'll cut it in there.
That's right. No, definitely not anywhere near close to that. But anyway, yeah, that was like the first camera that I had, and I remember like it was like I had a guitar at the time, like taking pictures of the guitar, and like friends and family just kind of being. It was just like this cool thing that I had, and then like I could take it, and I didn't really think I was making art or anything like that, and that phase didn't last very long either. I didn't really get involved into it until I was an adult. But I just kind of thought it was cool to like I have this thing to like be expressive and creative and that kind of thing, right? For as kind of like vanilla as that sounds. But it really was when I got to end of high school, beginning of college, I needed to figure out what I was going to minor in because I was majoring in Spanish. And like I'm bilingual, and it's like when you kind of already know one of like the language that you're learning, it's kind of like, well, what else am I going to study?
Yeah.
And so I've like minored in photography, but really it was I was broke and I didn't have like I didn't know what gear to buy. I didn't even want to go think about like what kind of camera bodies and lenses. Like I had no money to spend on it, but I had a phone.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like, so really that was the beginning. Was like I'm gonna make the the best art. Like I'm gonna learn this medium and create the best kind of pictures that I can with what I have on hand.
That's the best way to do it.
And that kind of set the tone for a lot of things in life, really. But that was kind of like this kind of like anti, like establishment, kind of like always being a hipster before being a hipster was a thing,
gay.
right?
Yeah,
Before, it's always been gay. It's always has been.
It's just when you come to the realization that it's gay.
Yeah,
It's like, fuck, this fedora is not cool.
Yeah.
Damn it, man buns aren't cool? Shit.
I literally told my wife, like,
I guess I'll take this puka shell necklace off.
The puka shell necklace.
I told my wife.
Oh my god, I had one of those.
You still do. I've seen you wear it. I told my wife, I love our boys no matter what, right? Those are my kids. I love them. Because being military, you have the buddies like, what if your son's gay? It's like, I don't care. If my sons are gay, it's because God has a sense of humor because I said so much gay shit in my life.
Yeah.
Right? But like, I told my wife, like, I draw the line at 2 things. Being a furry and wearing a fedora. Unless they do both, because then it's like negative, it becomes a positive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Then they're straight.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm sorry, I will not justify running around, jumping around like a dog. I can't do that. No.
You don't got the knees
I mean,
for it.
you can play, you can be a kid for sure, but like
Yeah,
when you get to be an adult, you want to put on a mask and jump around in your yard on all fours like a damn dog.
You seen the people who are like, watch me.
Get a damn job.
Here's a video of me not realizing I transformed into my spirit animal, and they're like their Fox Max. And
My
like,
God, kill me now. Jesus, I
have
get secondhand cringe watching those fucking videos.
So Spade Inc.
Go get a therapy horse or something. Like
Spade Inc. We're homies on Instagram. She's an amazing artist. But her favorite thing to do is to ruin my algorithm by just sending me a bunch of furry shit.
Now, hold on a minute. If memory serves me correctly, did you participate in a hobby horse shootout?
Yes, sir.
that's different.
That's different. What do you mean?
Yeah.
How's that being a furry? I'm not pretending to be the horse.
Have you met Murphy?
That's fair.
Dude, I'm
That's
so glad
fair.
that Murphy
You
hopped
know
on
what?
that
I
idea.
say that.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
just jealous I didn't get to go.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
I was like-
I'll own it. I'm jealous.
Me and Murphy were
I'm
going back, like,
jealous.
can we do a hobby horse shootout? He's like, that'd be fucking amazing. And then we made it happen. He wanted to do it again, but I was like, I don't have time right now.
There's a young man on the internet that instead of a hobby horse, he's got like a hobby dirt bike.
Yeah.
with like the ski on the back of it
Dude,
instead of the wheel.
That's kind of faggy.
And he
Like, it
just
was cool with the horses.
He runs around with it between his legs on his feet in the full dirt bike getup and acts
Gay.
like he's doing jumps
Gay.
with it
Gay.
and shit.
But a horse,
Dude.
Gay.
dude, there's like actual competitions they have like around the country, and then like
Oh yeah,
and
I've
then, like,
seen those.
Like the fucking championship is in like Finland, and it's a big deal. And I was like, I just sit there and I was thinking, I was like, I could do that shit. I can go there. I could go there and crush that competition. Because what am I gonna lose to a bunch of 12-year-old
they
girls?
only let people with Down syndrome win though.
Hey, so this
Hey,
is why we need
howdy.
sponsors. This is why we need sponsors so we can afford to send Trey over to the Hobby Horse National Competition over in Finland.
Should be so sick.
Yeah, you know the content we would get of that, it would be great. Yeah.
I did take some reels of me trotting my backyard with my hobby horse. I'm not even gonna lie, dude. I was like, I had my holster on me. I'm fucking trotting and fucking drawing.
Hey, send those to me for science.
I got you.
Thank you.
So, you minored in photography in
Just thinking
college.
the neighbors like that Down syndrome boy is playing in the yard again with guns.
For him. So, camera. When did it become a serious thing for you? Like, I know you started the Instagram in 2022. When you're like, I'm going to like kind of go full in with this creative side. What was it? What was the spark for you? The inspiration?
Yeah, so it was a fun thing forever from college all the way up until I started doing it more professionally. It was just always fun. Get better and better. Then I started studying it for school. Then I could buy it with student loan money or whatever. So then I bought a DSLR and I bought prime lenses, and I kind of started getting more into like I outgrew the phone.
Yeah,
like it was cool to make cool pictures.
Natural
there,
progression.
Then, yeah, well, because I'm like, why do you think 10.3 is the right barrel length for your application if you don't understand like what 16 inches does, right? Like if you can't tell me why you don't want the standard,
Yeah.
then do you really know what you're doing with non-standard, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, so you can tell the intersect.
I like the analogy a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, the intersect is coming.
I like 14.5.
That's
my sweet spot.
Yeah, that's what I had built out as like my, like long range. I kind of did some SPR shooting and long range competition, and that's what I was using.
I like
Again,
the
just kinda
ballistics of
feeling
it.
out
Like the 10.3 is great, but just like looking at the ballistics, like you get so much more out of that 14.5.
Yeah,
Especially because I'm a pretty fucking below average shooter.
yeah. So, but average is in how you would describe yourself, right?
It's the Air
So you're
Force.
there. Yeah.
The Air Force that did
Fuck
it to
you,
you. I'm
dude.
sorry.
I would actually say a lot of like the kind of like more of I feel like a douchebag for even putting it in this way, but like what I'm known for.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Do it, dude.
Give me your puka shell necklace.
Toot your horn.
I want to
dude.
put it on.
Toot your horn.
Be a douchebag, but yeah, like kind of what I've been known for, at least in the community. Like when we moved to Arizona, again, growing up in California, not really knowing stuff. Like
You go to college there too?
no, so I actually went to college in Idaho.
Just bring the mic a little bit closer to your face. Yeah, right
Like
there.
a fist.
You want me
Right
to
there, like
whisper
a
to you?
like a fist distance.
Put your
from here.
mouth around the.
Yeah, right there. Right
you
there.
go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect.
That's gonna be the thumbnail.
It's your bag.
So you did your mission, then you went to college.
Yeah.
Okay.
So so that's how I ended up in Idaho. And then by the time we're out here in Arizona and I'm meeting people and like, even though my wife is from Mexico, never grew up around guns. The cool thing about that is that means only cool guns are there.
Yeah.
Because it's like, the cartels with their AKs and like,
Fucking
and it's crazy because like they like don't shoot with any sights on them, but like somehow,
they're just like me, dog.
Dude.
Just no sights at all. Just
none.
Just a hope and a dream.
But she was always on board with like, yeah, like we don't live in, the world is not a fairy tale. Like happy things don't always happen to people. Like bad stuff happens. Like there are bad people. There are people who want to, hurt you for no reason. And so she was always on board with having some type of self-defense and protection. And so, anyways, we move out here to Arizona. Then I meet people who are like, yeah, I have a AR-15. Yeah, I have an AK-47. I have my short barreled rifle in my truck, and I have the long barrel in the closet, and I have the, and this is how you can tell if they really are gay or not. Like if they have like a shockwave, like a sawed. Are we looking at your guys' Jamie?
Yeah.
Do you have a shockwave?
No, it's not a shockwave.
Basically. It was a handy down. Basically, he was telling me about it. He's like, what's the legal requirement for shotguns out here? And it's basically it's a shockwave.
If it still has a wooden stock and you cut it yourself, that isn't gay. That's badass.
Did you cut it?
No, we can't legally talk about that.
No. Nothing was cut.
Nothing was cut.
What's cut?
Nothing, Cooter. You're cut.
Legitimately, nothing was actually cut.
Nothing was actually cut.
Well, then back to gay.
That's cool. Yeah,
Back to gay. Yeah, so that's how you can tell if somebody's gay. The shotgun.
I have a breacher.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
sure. If
different.
that's what you want to call it.
That's different.
A
Very
fucking
different.
an 18-inch breacher.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so so you move out here and then like it's just all over.
Yeah.
People that I work with, like, because in California it's kind of like you don't talk about politics. Out here it's like everybody's got a flag or a sticker or whatever. So actually I think I'd been here in Arizona for like all of 3 days, and I'm on the 60. And this dude flies past me on his motorcycle, and he has a Glock. He's like open carrying it on his hip, and I'm like, I'm glad I moved here. This is a cool place. This is the Wild West.
And so you see like in Home Depot, and you're like, I could fucking grab that shit.
Yeah. A lot
Yeah.
of,
Choose your
I've
thoughts
noticed
and
a
you're
lot
like-
of the
Yeah.
motorcycle guys out here will wear open carry specifically. So it's like
I-
kind of like the little universal signal of like, yeah, just because I'm
Don't
on a
fuck with me.
motorcycle, don't fuck with me.
Right.
Yeah.
My dad's homie that I met growing up, he used to ride all the time. And he didn't carry, but what he didn't say, which I think is gay, he basically got a tramp stamp of a fucking like a 1911 handle that's like from his belt line up. So when he's riding and his shirt flies up, it looked like he had a gun on him.
Dude, nobody is going to think like, oh, I'm not going to mess with him.
Nobody.
I'd be like, I'm gonna hit that bike.
Yeah. On principle.
Yeah, dude, you just pissed me off, dude. Fuck.
If there was any bike I was gonna hit.
I'm going across 4 lanes of traffic.
And then the only thing that survives the vehicle fire is just that piece
that
of his
piece.
back.
I'm there fucking scalping it off.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
Who is this that we were talking? This is somebody you know?
This is my dad's friend.
Oh, your dad. Okay, yeah.
I'm sure he'll send it to him.
Good jokes about him dying in a fire. That's fine.
That's cool. That's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. So then it was like you can just buy these things, and got a lower from an FFL, and then like buying like uppers online and triggers online and sights online. I'm like, this is freaking amazing. This is how you guys have been living.
No
like,
ID check to
out
buy
here?
fucking ammo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That threw me through a loop when I moved out here.
But again, it's like, oh, now you told me your name and I verified your address. That means now you're not going to go commit a crime. Like,
Yeah.
of course you're going to go commit a crime.
Yeah.
So when did the camera come in? Like, did you just see a hole in the niche and you're like, I'm gonna fill this hole?
No, it was, so the thing is I was kind of coming back into photography really because of Instagram and like following the accounts that at that time were, way smaller than what they are, but that still kind of portrayed like the gun community and like this. I was definitely attracted to the just like how like the grit and it's guns and like it is violence and there is killing in war and like these are not pretty things, but like how that can be shown, the modern side of all of that can be shown from an artistic standpoint to me was just like that's just cool.
It's like,
because it's not what art is today. Like it's not art's like now it's like really vanilla, and even like the political stuff is kind of just conforming to whatever kind of a narrative. And so
he's talking about me, ladies and gentlemen.
Of course.
No, I think that's super sick because when I got back on Instagram, I wasn't on the gun side of Instagram for most of my life, which is crazy because I've grown up around guns. You know what I mean? But it wasn't until like right before I started Vandal that I got deep into the 2A and on side of Instagram, and like I really understood gun culture for what it is now, right? To where it like your like that's art, like that's dope, right? And it's growing up for me, it was like with my dad. Which I've called him a FUD on the podcast before. And he listens to every episode, so I'm sorry, Dad. But growing up with him, it's very much, hey, like, this is defense. This is a means to protect yourself. Yes, it's fun. It's cool. But at the same time, like, it's a very serious thing. And so then to hop on Instagram and see, like, dirty kids and other people having fun with it. Like, I go out and have fun with my boys, but, like, seeing it just be widespread and then, like, the dope photos they would make of it definitely drew me more into doing Vandal because, like, I definitely saw a lacking in art in 2A, and I think there's still a huge niche for it if anybody's upcoming.
Like hand drawn, like that type of thing, like because it's blending like tattoo artistry and like
when I came up, it was all skulls, nods, and big titty bitches. Oh, yeah. That was it, and I was like, we can do better than this, right? And so I developed my style, like more.
Definitely didn't need to. We kind of hit the like that's the best of all of it.
Yeah, it's like we peaked. We peaked when it was a big titty bitch with a skeleton face and nods, and it doesn't get better than that. That's it. Right? I don't know why we're trying to reinvent the wheel. Cooter just pulled up. Hell yeah! Oh, those are okay. See, this is actually peak because
dude, it's on.
Cooter, you're gonna have to send this to me. It's at Sheen. Send this to me because I need when I'm gonna put this in post. It's a skeleton which it has a bottom jaw. Not a huge fan of, but it's got nods on. But the nods say Zen.
Yeah, the nod lenses say are Zen cans. Yeah.
Okay. And so now that this is so far that way now that it's so cringy, it's like I hate it all now, and it's like, and I don't know, and I think that's why art. Even though I view myself as much more of a consumer than a producer of art, looking at guys like you with your talent and stuff, like for me,
he's not talking to you, Holden.
I know.
The hoodies, though,
I actually feel bad.
Like the hoodies are sick.
No talent. Thank you.
The hoodies are.
Thank you. Working on bringing them back. Everybody wants them. Everybody wants them.
So you never did answer that DM, but I got the answer now. I'm just kidding.
You answered me. You. When did you send me? Was it recently?
I think I did forever ago. If like, are you
I'm sorry,
if he saw it, he saw SS and he just fucking deleted.
No,
he was like, oh, it's too much like them Nazis. I
can't be associated online.
If I'm not if I'm not following somebody, it'll go to like this like request folder or whatever, and I always forget to check it, and I'll be like, fuck, dude, I've had like 7 people message me, and I'm like, shit.
I'll have that. I'll go to my request to be 7 people, be 1 actual message, and then 6 sex bots. Hate to break it to you, they don't actually want to have sex with you.
Yeah, no, I know. Mine is like 1 or 2 people that are actually like, hitting me up about something, and then the rest of them are all patches companies.
Oh, the packies.
Oh my god, dude. I have probably 30 requests from patch companies asking to fucking make some patches.
But they just give good compliments.
I already gave him one.
Did you?
Yeah.
Sick.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Boom.
Try to make sure every guest gets one.
I was a good friend.
Nice. Better than me.
That's good.
No, but I think I love your art because I feel like you have very aesthetic photos, right? You like that middle one right there, up top, right? It was like the zoomed in. I'll put it on the screen too, right? To me, it's very it just displays the gun so nicely. It's so professional. But then you also have fun with it, right? With like your goon tape ones, so like the flintlock pistol with the goon tape around it, with the banana, with the glizzies with goon tape around them, right? Like you have such.
Portillo's also did not collab on that one.
Damn. But I would say you have such a wide range, but it's still all your style. God, that's so dope. That's so dope. I love it.
Yeah, see, I tagged them. They didn't say shit. Bastards. And I guess it's kind of like, I mean, the answer to your question really is like how, like what this intersect. It started as fun, but it didn't take off until I wanted to build a business out of it.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to like.
I can make money off of this.
Yeah, like because that's kind of the stage in life.
Wait,
I'm at.
Are you in the same boat as me, as where you just can't have a hobby? You have to like monetize it somehow, or like to justify the time.
Dude, I could come up with like I could come up with a way to drink this to where it's like you feel like you get more flavor out of it, like you feel it, get those notes, and then it's like, man, should I like start a school channel now to tell people how to like
Drink
taste
liquid death.
their drinks? Yeah, like it's a problem.
Okay.
So yeah, we're in
the
that
same boat.
Same
Okay.
boat, yeah.
It's like, how can I make money off of this? Yeah, because that's what I have to justify my time that I put into my art.
I've got like 6 other business ideas written in my phone that I haven't told anybody about. It's just like, maybe one day I'll do it.
You can always tell us now.
Yeah, everyone,
day.
get your
One
books
day.
out. Write these down.
One day. We'll see.
Sorry, we're just admiring his photos.
Yeah, they're great.
Well, it's
When did
so-
did you start? Oh, I'll let you go.
Okay. So with pictures like that, like with like zooming in on like the optics, or like say if you're working on like more like polished, like do you find that difficult, like trying to find like the right angles and everything like that, like especially working with like reflective surfaces like optics and stuff like that, or is that just kind of like?
so it's I'd say this the hardest. Well, really the hardest thing is knowing so many great photographers that are online that are getting hired, right? Like this is what they do full time, and like not necessarily like take inspiration, but just also kind of look at, because again, going back to like if I want to build a business, it has to be marketable.
Yeah.
And so like looking at people that are getting paid for their work, what things are they doing, that draw in that business basically. And so I have looked at other.
Could it go back up? I love that. I'm sorry, I don't remember seeing the bag one before. I love that.
Oh,
I love that
that's
so
actually
much.
one of my favorites. If like for as douchey as it sounds to have like your own favorite piece.
Well, just the aesthetic of it, of the bag, and you open it, it has the FDE, and then I guess that's FDE, right? Technically,
It's the lining of the
sand.
bag is green,
but the
gun is FDE.
and then you have the FDE tape hole there. I'll put it up and post if I remember. So sick! Holy shit! Just the aesthetic of it. I'd rock a print of that.
Dude, don't say that.
I would.
Don't.
I try to get everybody on prints.
Makes you feel weird. Well, because
Yeah, like,
that
these
is
are- these are
that
like-
is the ultimate. You create art. Like I feel like you're meant to hold it.
Yeah,
Like a photo's not done until it's printed and you're holding it, right? Like one of your.
I got some ideas for you. We'll talk afterwards,
Okay.
but it might be kind of dope.
Yeah, like your pieces, dude. They look pretty. They like. You'd want to put them in frames and hang them up in like your gun room.
Dude, 100%.
Like,
I'd put it in my kitchen.
yeah.
So
My
here's
wife would let me.
My wife would not let me, but I'm still gonna try.
I'm gonna mentally like show you how the mental sausage is made,
Oh hell yeah! I love
Which-
some good old mental.
which sounds
sausage.
exotic and erotic.
God damn it, he's got a way with words.
So any of you guys' wives or moms or sisters or whoever go to like TJ Maxx and then like they buy some art that's like, here's a rainy New York street.
Yeah.
Or like here's the one that everybody has with like the horned cow and it's
Actually-
black and white.
Yeah.
Right? Like
I bought that one.
oh, you bought that one.
I like cows, dude.
Yeah.
Well, especially if they got weapons on their head, like it makes them better. So that was kind of
I
the
swear.
those
I'm a
big old
$10
crocodile tears say
cowboy.
otherwise. So that was actually the first thought, not the first thought, but that was kind of the origin, I guess, of like this style, if we want to call it that. Is I saw like these just like very bland and like commercial pieces of art that people were buying from IKEA and from Ross and from TJ Maxx, and it's like, why did they put this on their wall?
Sorry, neon sign. We gotta plug him real quick. Fucking tack art.
Yeah, dude, tech art.
Both of these.
Yep, dude,
I love
yeah.
him.
Yeah, super nice, dude.
Was that custom for you?
That one was the picture that I sent in as the references
He kills
is
it.
on the feed somewhere.
So you just see all these bland photos from like IKEA and shit like that.
Yeah, and it's just like why did this person buy this picture of this? It's a a domino or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's black and white, and if it's the aesthetic of their living room, and so really what I wanted to do with this was like do that, like make it more about the color and the texture and much less about the subject. And like because it's guns, like they're not like cute and soft and furry like animals or whatever. Like they're I believe they're tools of violence. That's what they're for, and they're good at what they do. But still, being able to make the photo less about the gun and more about like, would somebody hang this up on their wall?
Yeah.
Like that kind of was what that was. What is chasing?
With that, so because of the nature of your content, how has it been like navigating Instagram for you?
It's toast.
Yeah.
It's just done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm completely resigned.
Have you thought about like reels and stuff?
Yeah.
Of like your process?
So
I feel like a background of you with like a camera, right? And you have like your gun sitting there.
You
right?
get like
and
a
it's like
home,
you're getting it and you take the picture and then it snaps to the finished product. Might be kind of dope.
get like a homie to do some behind the scenes content of you getting some shots and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, totally could. To be completely honest, like it's just this crazy imposter syndrome. Like
I get that.
Who is going to watch me talk about my? Because
Me,
well, and my aunt, and then we got 5 of them.
Cooter,
We're full of
everybody in this room.
Everybody.
You got 4 viewers right now.
This is where it starts.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's where it begins.
We're here to gas you up.
Yeah, but I did. Like I started a YouTube channel. It wasn't
The
this.
gun's peeing.
Yeah,
I love that one.
that was a great commissioned piece. I had a ton of fun on.
How the fuck did you do that?
Oh, dude.
Is it all post? A lot of it post?
So here's the craziest thing too. I try to use for things like that. I try to use the least amount of Photoshop I possibly can. So that is a real gun. That is a real mug.
Yeah.
That is actual green beer.
Did you
All of that is real.
what about the beer coming
So
out
did
of
you
the barrel?
have a
You,
hose?
The beer
Feeding
coming
it.
out of the barrel is real.
Holy fuck.
That is
God.
actually, yeah.
So you would have had to have had like a hose feeding in through the barrel out of sight.
You're just spitting it.
It was insight even. Like it was.
Oh, really?
Just photoshopped
Yeah.
it
Wow.
out.
Yeah.
The fact that
think
you
I mean, it's crazy because we're sitting here trying to figure it out. That's the whole. That's the cool part of
Yeah,
it.
the
Like
fact that
we're
you
trying
do
to figure it out.
so much practical, like I don't know how to put it, like practical effects, right? Like,
Yeah.
When I think of movies, like practical effects look so much better than CGI. Or
There's
Photoshop.
a
The fact that you
reason
do
why.
practical is refreshing.
Yeah.
Because it's so much
you.
easier to just be like, I'm just gonna fucking AI Photoshop this in. You know what I mean? But the fact that you do practical, and like I can tell most of yours are practical, right? Like the sparkler in the gun.
Yeah.
I know that's practical.
Yep.
What's the other one? The ornament. I'm
Oh,
super
yeah.
curious
Ornament
on that
one.
The
one
ornament.
because there's a steel wool with a battery.
That one was that was just actually another sparkler. That was just a long exposure,
fucking-
just kind of
Long exposure. But the ornament that has the bullet shooting through it.
I think that's further.
Yeah, it's
down.
further down, Cooter. It's gonna be on the left side. Yep.
There it is.
How?
That was a fun one.
And they did the motion blur on the round traveling too.
Fucking how?
That's
So
fucking wild.
if you, so what was like
This
if
is
you,
gonna be so much fun to fucking edit. God damn it! Why do we keep talking about
so?
these photos?
oh
Fuck.
like flipping back to them.
yeah.
So what would you say? Are you like cinema fan?
Yes.
Cinema fan.
Yeah, big
Okay.
time.
Wait. Let's say our favorite movies.
Oh shoot.
Lords of Dogtown.
Lords of Dogtown. That's a good one. Mine's No Country for Old Men.
There's pressure now.
Fucking Dirty Dancing.
No, like
Fucking Titanic.
Interstellar.
Interstellar. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Saving Private Ryan comes to mind.
Saving Ryan's Privates.
Saving Ryan's Privates.
Shaving Ryan's privates.
Hell yeah.
So this kind of gets into what I was, with the exception of Interstellar, like that's a newer one, obviously.
Yeah.
I like Pulp Fiction wouldn't be like a favorite.
That's another one.
But that one, like, it's for sure top 5. Anyways, whole point, coming back.
Yeah.
Thank you.
More so than a favorite movie. Okay, so both of these movies, what did you say? You said No Country for Old Men.
Yes, sir.
I said Lords of Dogtown.
I have so.
Okay, so Lords of Dogtown. So both of those early 2000s,
Yeah.
Ish.
2005 for mine.
I think mine's like 2010.
maybe 2010s.
Yeah.
Right. I definitely feel like there's like a golden era for music and for movies and that type of thing. And it's like for most things, it's kind of like late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
Is when I feel like, because technology was getting better, but like in movies, like CGI wasn't like a crazy thing. And so practical, right? If we want to call it that, like that's
That's what the industry calls it. Just
So-
saying,
well, and so,
fucking
like-
don't try to disrespect me like that.
yeah.
On
That
my
is
own
what the
podcast,
industry
dude. Fuck.
calls it. Yeah. Now it's my turn to disrespect you.
Yeah.
I'm sensitive. You can't do that.
But like, so look at Lord of the Rings. The opening scene where Frodo's in the cart with Gandalf. Like, these are two grown men, and Ian McKellen is tall and also gay.
Hell yeah. He's just like me for real.
He's just like you, dude. Hey, hold on. Let me grow the beard real quick. Yep, Gandalf.
Gandalf.
My God.
Give me a pipe, dude. Give
Dude,
me a
I could
pipe
see
and a dwarf.
I got the
I'll be
staff.
set.
I got the staff back
What are you
there.
gonna do with the pipe?
Don't worry about it. He smokes the pipe, dude.
I know. Make the dwarf smoke it. Watch him. So that scene though, like where Frodo and Gandalf are in the cart together, like there is no CGI.
Yeah.
Like the cart is staggered. He's really sitting like 4 feet behind him. So like that type of thing to me is wild, and it's almost like because of like how commercial everything is, man. Like I don't think they will, and I don't think you can make movies
They've
like
lost
that
it.
anymore, right? And
Yeah,
so
they've lost it.
so that to me, like I just with art, with a lot of things really in life, like I feel like the things that can't or won't be made again, like they're just that much more special.
Yeah.
Music and art and movies and all that type of stuff.
It reminds me of like, sorry, we were talking earlier about like the Mandalorian. It's like the fact that they had to fight to like have what's Baby Yoda's actual name? Fucking Grogu.
Yeah.
That's it. Memory. The fact that they had like to really fight for it to be an actual puppet versus CGI,
Yeah.
and like their reason was like, well, it's more real. Like people will connect with it more, and they did, and it was probably like the best decision they made on that show, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, because of what it leads to, like it's about selling product and making money and like that type of thing, and I get it, like we have to eat to live, right? But just like that, anyways, point being, I have this appreciation for this. Was more just like I don't know how to Photoshop something that good, even though there was a bunch of Photoshop in this.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of just like I'm just gonna do it.
Did you actually shoot it?
So there's a
bullet hole in your house.
my landlord doesn't know. Just kidding. I didn't shoot it. But I kind of like don't know how to Photoshop that good. And so all that I have on hand is just, basically. So this is what that is. That is an actual 9mm slug. Those are actual pieces of the ornament
Just like
that I
throw
broke
'em?
out.
Just fucking throw them.
Dude, so you won't believe this, but every single thing that you see, like the ornament, all of the little bits, all of those are individual pieces.
I thought you were gonna say that, and you took them all individually.
Every one of those is its own picture.
Fuck.
The background is its own picture. The gun is its own. The ornament is its own. So everything is all layered.
Damn it, dude. Best in the business.
Definitely not best. Thank you. That's a very
I think so.
sweet thing to say.
I mean, just the effort you go through, I appreciate so much. Because like we're talking about, like, it's so much easier just to phone it in now, whether it's AI, whether it's just like Photoshopping, but the fact that you go through and you care about your craft so much that you're gonna like take 30 individual photos, overlay them all for one photo is insane. It's commendable, right? I respect it so much as another artist. You know what I mean? The fact that there's easy ways to go about it, but you say, no, I'm going to do it the right way. I'm going to do it my way. Mainly because I'm also stupid and I just do everything the hard way because I don't know how to do it easy. I'm just like,
See, that's what I thought doing this. I was like, there's probably an easier way.
Yeah, probably.
As I have my tweezers and I'm holding all of these different pieces. That was a fun night. And I don't think there are some artists that if this is 0% AI, right? There's a lot of editing, obviously. None of it's AI. Actually, no, I lied. The smoke is the only thing that I could not nail in camera and that I did have to do afterwards. Was that little wisp coming out of the barrel.
But that's Photoshop. That's not AI.
Well, so it's like Photoshop generative fill.
Oh, gotcha.
So I guess it is like an AI tool.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Fucking cheater. I take back everything you said.
This is garbage.
You see how quick he is to turn around on you?
Worse.
You see how quick?
Do you need the patch back?
You ain't a fucking maker.
Get out of here. Whoa.
Wow.
Is that what that means?
Yeah.
Yes, dude.
No shit.
It is a
Meet your
double
maker.
meaning.
Yeah.
The double meaning.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Meet your maker as in like
Love it, dude.
We're meeting the maker.
Freaking
dead,
love
but
it.
also, yeah, he obviously hasn't listened to the fucking
Yeah.
podcast. God damn.
Well, that's what I thought. I thought like
Embarrassing me.
I picked up on the Christian overtones, but I didn't realize like it's like the creative.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Holden worked hard on that one.
I'm actually excited to be here now. This is freaking cool.
Just it, dude. Wait to turn that back around on me, dog.
It's great, man. Yeah, no. Well, what I was gonna say is there are a bunch of artists on Instagram, and who do, if that was 10% AI, if we want to call it that, there are people who do AI heavy
50,
stuff
50,
that is still incredibly creative and like really, really good. But anyways, yeah, it's not to say that the other isn't creative or isn't art, but this is just what I know. I know what was the phrase you said?
What?
The effects.
Oh, practical effects.
Practical effects. Yeah,
Practical
yeah.
effects.
Yeah.
I
like
love
practical effects is like
practical effects.
Like that actually says glonk on my kid's speak and spell. Like that is in real life.
Fuck yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it just adds so much more character to it that you're not gonna get elsewhere.
Yeah.
Like, again, I would hang a lot of these up. Honest to God, I would. Like, with the rug, dude. With the fucking rug.
It's Turkish rug, Turkish gun.
Oh, dude. Oh, shit.
It's not Turkish rug, but it reminded me of one.
Yeah, I was just saying. He thinks deep about this stuff. And I love the fact that you play with your style so much and it evolves. You don't play it safe every time. Like when we go through your feed, there's obvious times where you're testing new things out and you're playing with different things, which is, again, from another artist, it's cool to see, right? You're not just in your comfort zone doing the same thing over and over again. You're mixing it up. You're challenging yourself to be better, and it shows.
So I have a question then, because I feel like the closest thing I've found to a comfort zone as far as photography has been, this was kind of getting there, but just kind of like plain backgrounds.
Yeah.
Really, really crisp, but just like very simple. That's the closest I've felt to like, okay, I can repeat this.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I've ever had like a comfort zone, and like I don't feel like I've necessarily loved each of my stages of progression equally.
Yeah.
How do you get into a rhythm though, where like your shit's good, right? Like because it's popular, because people identify with it, like people buy it, right? You were a commissioned artist, and so people are paying you. So how do you feel comfortable enough to know, like, maybe this is my comfort zone, but my comfort zone works?
Brother, you don't.
Okay.
To be honest
There's
with you, you don't. It's silly imposter syndrome. I still struggle with it to where like you said, I don't like all my stages of progression. Some of the pieces that people have liked the most of mine, I didn't think anybody would like it. I'm just like, it's kind of a throwaway piece. I'm just going to post it because I kind of had fun with it, or it's like a good idea. Or, I just like, I need something to post today. And people fucked with it heavy. And it, sometimes it's a piece that I spent like not even an hour on, right? I didn't pour my heart and soul into it like I did with other designs, right? It's just like, hey, sometimes it's commission and it's like, I'm not vibing with it, but it's exactly what they want. I'm going to give it to them. And then people identify with it because sometimes other people know what people are going to like. But you don't. It's a constant struggle for me, at least. It's the imposter syndrome. It's like, I don't feel like I'm good enough. I don't understand why people keep asking me for work, right?
See, I guess I just don't look at any of your drawings as like, oh yeah, it's half-assed this one, I can tell. Right? Like maybe which ones those were, but like, and I don't know, that's the level of art that I feel like I can, like, I respect an Instagram feed that looks coherent, and it's like, okay, I can tell this is what
I don't know if mine
like,
looks coherent. I didn't know I had a style till other people told me I had a style, right? Everyone's like, oh, that's a Vandal piece. I knew that, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, fucking really?
See, because I'm like, well, yeah, duh, that's it's very clear and apparent, like, what a Vandal piece is.
It's because I just used the same background.
That was the first print I ever bought from you.
It's the only print he ever bought.
That's how I got that nice little note with the kissy lips on it.
Sure did.
Yep.
Oh, that's...
Yep.
That was to you from you.
Yeah.
Like, legit.
Before we met.
Yeah.
Before we met. Yep. Every order I send out gets a Mexican candy. It gets a note with a kiss on it, and usually some free stickers.
Whose kiss?
Mine.
Is it yours?
Yes, sir.
Legit.
Yes, sir.
Where's the lipstick?
I have a post about it, but yeah, it's at my house. It's red.
Yeah?
It's very cheap. It's a whore lipstick for sure. You can tell.
Dude, those are your lips.
Yes, sir.
Because I don't know.
He even did a little open mouth action on mine,
Yeah.
too.
I didn't get
There's
lipstick
a little
on
bit
there.
of a
Sometimes I gotta
breath.
kiss a lot of fucking notes. Yeah.
Because I don't know, because kissing the notes me putting on lipstick. Like, yeah,
It's
that's
something-
very.
It's something dumb I started
You should
doing.
see him by
Very
the time.
tranny.
You should see him
Right,
by the
like,
time
it's
he's
very-
done. He's got it like all the way up his face and down his chin, and
But at the
just-
same time, I don't know if I'd want to hand that off to the missus because then.
Dude, it's almost broken
many perverts
relationships.
are-
It's almost broken relationships. Guys have kept them. People keep these, which is shocking
Yeah,
to me.
dude.
People keep them a lot. Like,
There's actual lipstick on a piece of paper
Yeah,
that came to me in
some
the
dudes
mail.
have,
my wife saw it and she's like, "Who the fuck is this
Yeah.
from?"
Yeah.
And I said,
Some people-
"It's from a man. That's a man's lips."
Somehow that
on
makes
that
it
some
okay.
people have like 10 of them, right? Just displayed, and I love it. But there's been times when people like throw it in their nightstand, not the like, oh, that's funny. Cause
Yeah, those are
it's
the same
personalized.
people that sit in their basement and play Goodbye Horses and wear a fucking wig. And Goodbye Horses.
It's me. That's what I'm doing.
I love Vandals so
But
much.
there'll be wives or girlfriends that find it and they're like, who the fuck is this
Right.
whore? And they're like, it's a dude. And they're like, that doesn't change anything.
So now you cheated on me and you're gay?
And you're gay. But it was just a dumb idea I had to make it more personalized. Like the forehead kisses, like this patch.
Dude, it's so good.
You know what I mean? It's just like that added little thing of like when I started Vandal, I wanted to like when I started selling stuff, like I want to have a thank you note that's personalized because people fuck with that, and I wanted to give out a candy, and I just had the dumb idea of like, what if I just gave everybody a forehead kiss? And I just went with it, and it's part of my brand
great.
now.
It's great.
Thanks.
The thing, like what I admire about what people that I view as true artists, because again, like this is a lot of what this has been for commercial purposes, and like that's what's helped me push to like I'm gonna do more and do different things. Was like I'm being paid for this, and so I feel like I need to level it up. So in that sense, I don't feel like I'm an artist really, but like I feel like the dudes
Bro, you're
that
just
are
a successful artist.
what
What do you mean?
I guess
You're
yeah.
getting paid to make art?
call
You
it
fucking
that.
queer.
yeah, it's good at painting. But I think it's like if you have, it's like the succession of good ideas that other people like, right? So it's like the art style and the forehead kisses and like the humor in the reels and that type of thing. Like there's like a bunch of things that kind of puts together like the brand, right, of Vandal art.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, I don't know. I don't feel like I've had that succession of good ideas that like gained the traction.
The brand went from being Vandal, being faceless, to being me, because that's how I wanted. That's for me. That's the longevity of it, right? I was never super professional. Like, you have commercial stuff, right? So you have different paths you can take. This is just my 2 cents, right? Don't take my advice. You can either go more the professional route and just grow your portfolio and get hired out more, or you can lean more into this is who I am. This is what I like to do. This is how I do things, whether it's like building up that knowledge in people like, hey, why do barrels matter on cameras and guns? You know what I mean? And you can make that comparison to where it's like when you're describing that, I was like, oh, that clicks. That makes sense. Like, yeah, I have a camera that just has like the adjustable whatever. But if I had an actual camera with a lens, like, okay, this is what I'm comfortable with, but how can I decide on what I want to go to? It's like comparing it to long distance shooting versus like CQB, right? Or do you want to dive into like, this is my creative process and this is how I make art with guns. Is this how I make, like you said, something that's built for violence, for taking lives, for defending yourself, that's inherently violent, but make it to where it's considered art, to where it's aesthetically pleasing. You know what I mean? So that you have so many routes you can go with it. But at that point, you just you got to commit, right? You got to keep that brand centered. That's what I learned from Steven. Stay mental.
Oh yeah, that's our boy.
You got to keep it consistent. Like, so whatever route you want to go with, just whatever you're happy with, and fucking send it, dude.
Yeah, and that's and it's like that. Ultimately, that is because it's not about the outcome. Like, yeah, like I wanted to, but I guess with your drawing, right, with photography, like, yeah, that's a job and I'm getting paid for it, but like the outcome is always meant more than that. Mm-hmm. Like it's more about creating that piece and making sure that photo or that whatever, it's like it's as good as I can possibly make it, with my skill set right now, right? Like
it's you. It's an encapsulation of you at that moment. And like I've talked about commission work. I love doing commission work. It's great. It helps pay bills and stuff like that. But sometimes it's not me. So it's nice to take that step back and encapsulate where I'm at in that moment in my life. Like if you go to my Instagram, like the very first thing is the first thing I ever posted, which I'll never take off. And it's like, so no head. And it's like a rooster, a poorly drawn rooster without a head on it. Yeah. And like, cause that encapsulates me at the moment. Yeah. And I will never get rid of that because I'm proud of that piece, even though it looks shitty.
Yeah.
But that was me. That was where I was at in that moment. You know, it was like artistically, and the direction I wanted to go was like morale patches, stuff like that, comedic, funny, and then Vandals just progressed from there. So I completely see where you're coming from. You know.
Well, and so that's where I don't know, and maybe this is probably why I, struggle to consider myself an artist is for again, like going back to like if I have a skill or a hobby, like how can it make money? When I feel like it's easier to talk about like, yeah, it's about capturing who you are and like whatever, some kind of artsy reason why people create things.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a lot. Those are all easier things to say about art when you don't need the art to pay your rent.
Yeah.
Right. To like buy your groceries and to like feed your kids and that kind of thing. And so that's, ultimately where I feel like I've had the biggest struggle with art and business is like, the one can't, like, at least in my life so far, it hasn't been able to depend on each other. And so that's kind of what I was focused on. Yeah. Here. So no head. That's great. Cause like that doesn't look like you today.
No,
that doesn't have like the iconic Vandal touches to it. Like,
hey, real quick. I'm so sorry. Quick word from our sponsors.
Yeah.
We're back. So we're talking about your artistic journey. I don't want to change gears too much, but I kind of do because I'm very curious on your everyday carry, whether it comes to camera or gun. Hopefully both. But I think I know what your everyday carry is, and it's super interesting to me because you're one of the few people I know that run one as an everyday carry.
What?
Your M&P?
Yeah.
Yeah, most people I met, I haven't met too many people that run an M&P. Is it 2.0?
It's 2.0.
2.0 as a everyday carry. How'd you come
no
to that
safety?
Conclusion? No safety.
Yeah,
Ooh. Appendix?
Of course.
Dude, right at the
I don't know
cozy.
how to like. It's the only way that you can carry a gun. It's not more comfortable than wearing nothing, right? Yeah. Not carrying is always more comfortable, but it's the only way that I've been able to carry where I can forget about it for hours.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah, that's right.
Growing up, I used to do like hip carry, like like maybe like 3 o'clock or 6 o'clock. You know what I mean? Dude, but
FBI.
Fucking yeah. But yeah, then snagging on your shirt and stuff like that and everything. I'm just like, this is
not
fucking
real.
Stupid.
Yeah. Because like you can't go.
It's not quick.
Grip outwards because then you flag yourself when you come around.
Yeah.
Right. If you go grip inwards, then you have to like. Yeah, dude. There's no.
Me too.
Thank you for getting the joke.
Oh,
I did.
It's a suicide
this
joke.
is what that feels
This is
like.
a suicide joke. Yeah.
They're my favorite. I flag myself every day, dog. How did you land on the M&P? Because I'm assuming you carried other things based on your photos. You had a plethora.
Yeah, a lot. And actually, that's a good point to mention. So most of what's on the feed these days they're not my pieces. I do a lot of I do a bunch of work with Calculated Kinetics. They're most of the collabs, like most of the recent shots are all with them.
Is that not your M&P with the muzzle?
Which one?
The muzzle device?
No, that's not mine.
Oh, I guess that's not even a muzzle device. That's just...
It's built into it.
Yeah.
So those are slide serrations. The barrel has what they call a port.
No, the one on the left, though. Far left.
That's the same one as the far right.
Oh, it's okay. I can just see it better. Yeah, it's got the windows.
And that one, yeah. So that's the competitor version of the metal, and that doesn't have any porting. That's just slide serrations. That's all that is. But yeah. So Calculated Kinetics. I don't know if you guys know about him. So Tyler, he's here in Arizona.
I know him now.
You know him now. He's a very good buddy. He's a combat vet. He flew helicopters. An old sandbox. So he was National Guard. He was National Guard here in Arizona.
Still,
and then went and did. Yeah, that's what.
It's a cooler guy than I am.
Dude, he talks about like, I had them damn Arabs and I had my M4. I'm just kidding. If you know, if you ever see, like, that is very much not him at all. He did tell me though that he had to like shoot out the helicopter at one point.
Dope.
So he does these optic plates, and what makes them stand out, and this is kind of like some of the stuff that we were talking about with the photos and like how close up they are, going back to like being marketable. His product is a very small part of the gun, and it like sits under an optic, so it's not the thing that like you look at on a gun.
Okay, I guess that makes sense based on the photos and everything, because you have it separated to where it's like the optic.
Yeah.
his plate and then the gun. So does it just make it like universal to fit different optics? Is that, or is it just?
So the cool thing about there's two cool things really. The first, so you can see that
Sponsor us.
shelf. Yeah. Hey, Tyler. He's watching it, and I'm pointing at him. So the dog tag at the front, that's what it's called.
Okay.
It really shines on the M&P.
Okay.
Because what that does is it catches all the carbon. M&Ps have a witness hole basically, like instead of a loaded chamber indicator. So it blows all that gas up. And so the dog tag catches all that stuff and it keeps your optic clean.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so that's one of the cool things. But then it's like one-handed manipulations. Like he does actually, a lot of law enforcement, a lot of SWAT and FBI people that work with shields and like run their slide.
Dope.
And so it's hitting the dog tag shelf.
Instead of the optic?
Yep.
Okay.
So that's the one cool thing. The other cool thing, almost every plate is custom fit to both the gun and the optic itself.
Oh shit. So
So,
it's like
like-
they're all custom made in-house?
So the designs are all absolutely 100% custom. What I mean is like on the M&P, you have an RMR footprint. Well, the
Yeah.
RMR footprint, mostly you have Holden optics, Trijicon, and then different types of Trijicon, right? SRO and RMR share a footprint, but they don't share the same plate. So he had, for the M&P, there's a plate for the SRO, there's a plate for the RMR, there's a plate for, on the Holden optic that shares that footprint. So yeah, it's like, it's not just like, here's the RMR plate and it covers everything. Like it's all broken down basically. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, custom fit.
Reason why I bring him up. A lot of the commission work from this past year or so has all been, most of it's all been with him.
Mm-hmm.
And so he owns a lot of these pieces. He's also a big reason why I've been able to like keep pushing myself, because it's like a lot of this is to build a business. And so having somebody who needed the work and who had an established business that was making money, that like, had the budget to be able to afford photography and stuff, like he's given me the opportunity to be able to keep doing it further past like
It's been a blessing.
huge. Yeah, Tyler's fantastic. Not only make great plates, he's a good dude. He's definitely a company local brand.
Nice.
He's a cool guy. So he's a huge part of the reason why I have so much on
M&P
the
stuff.
feed.
But it's what you carry anyways.
Well, the
Is it-
M&P stuff, but like a lot of
Yeah.
it. Yeah, like all of the.
Is there any reason why you chose the M&P over like a Glock?
So, so the first,
Gay.
I mean, that just went with like, duh.
Yeah.
Well, obviously it's gay. No, so the very first gun that I bought, it was a 4th of July. It was in Idaho. And like the same thing there, like there's a background check, but there's no waiting period.
Yeah.
I grew up in California. Like you buy a gun and like you can come pick it up in 3 months or whatever stupid. Like you just get called one day and they're like, you can finally come get it. And so I was like, wait.
It's been 3 years.
Yeah. It's like, well, you can just go into a store, hand them the money for a product, and then leave with that product. Like, that's crazy. And so, I bought a Glock 19. That was the first gun that I bought. And it was immediately like, if I, like, this won't show up well, I have tiny,
I can
like,
see that. Holy
rat
crap.
hands, dude. Like, these are itty bitty.
You ever watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
No.
Oh, there's a character.
I know the
It's
show,
Charlie's
but
uncle, and he's very self-conscious about his small hands.
Dude, I just know it, dude.
There's one episode. The dude's a lawyer too. There's one episode where he has these fake, ginormous hands on, like foam finger-sized hands on, and he's trying to act like they're his normal hands.
Yeah, it's just to very much overcompensate.
He's very concerned about it. He's like, my hands look small right now.
Yeah, so it felt like everybody says, like, it feels like you're holding a brick. Like it did feel like.
Was it a Gen 3?
Yeah.
I
I
don't like the Gen 3s personally.
Yeah.
The finger serrations, right?
The little ridges.
Rib,
Yep. Yep. Ribbed.
For his pleasure.
That's right. And so, yeah, that was it was the first gun that I had. Like it didn't really feel like it fit my hands, and I also didn't know a lot about shooting and how to grip and all that kind of thing. I've kind of pretty much come full circle as far as like. I also thought like, oh, I need a small gun to carry. Like the Glock 19's too big. Again,
fucking cute.
Again,
hold up Brokeback Mountain.
Tiny. Yeah, dude, that's how I feel right now.
You're carrying
Dude.
a Glock 45 everywhere.
I carry my 19X a lot, but today I brought the 43.
Yeah, with the shield arms probably. The 10 round. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
See, dude, I know. Seen Brokeback Mountain.
I want to see after
I got goon tape on it though, bitch.
after running the 45 for a while, I find myself now wanting a smaller gun.
It is.
I got a big gun, bro.
The 45?
It's the same as the 19X.
It's a Glock 45.
It's just a longer grip, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
except
I like.
I've got the max grip.
Oh, the 14X,
19X.
19X, that was like the LE edition, right?
Yeah, it's got a different trigger. It's got different sights, and then it's
Oh,
not,
it is
it's
different,
not it's not it's not optic ready. So I got to get the side
MOS.
milled up, MOS ready. But as soon as I held it in my hand, I was like, I've never had a more comfortable gun in my hand.
Yeah, that was me with the 45.
Yeah, they're the same model. His is just black.
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
Mine wasn't the product of a failed military contract.
Right.
That has
the
some
320,
weird.
The 320 is failed.
Okay,
How that one?
Listen, yours has got
around.
the biggest obnoxious Botox lip job down at the bottom of the mag well. That's totally unnecessary.
I'm fine with it.
You know what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about,
You know
right?
he
On the
likes the
19X, the big flat line.
Oh,
lip,
is that?
so that it only takes the squared off mags
You can
specifically
take-
for the
You can
19X?
take that off.
Yeah, but you've got to go take it to somebody who's going to chop it off for you and make it look nice. There's people that'll chop the lip off of the 19X.
You drink beer and have a garage.
I'm just saying, like,
Do
you know where to go?
I also
Gunsmith?
have a dribble.
But also, like, I don't know what you're talking about because it'll take any mags.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it only took like 19X specific mags.
I thought I can throw 17 mags in it all day.
Oh, well, regardless, I still didn't like how it was all flattened off on the one side on the bottom.
Oh,
Yeah,
regardless.
I'm picky.
So when did you pick up the MMP? Did you just?
So the MMP came about mainly from shooting competition, actually.
Oh shit.
So once we moved here to Arizona, I bought a different gun. I sold that Glock 19. I sold that to have gas money to be able to move out here.
Oh fuck.
That's a deep track
Dedication,
right there.
yeah.
That was a deep cut.
Fuck.
Forgot about that one.
Really
So didn't have
good
that when we moved here. So ultimately, I actually ended up buying a PDP, a Gen 1 PDP,
Okay.
when those first came out, because I, held one at the gun store. And I was like, oh, it's so sick. It was a great piece. And then I carried that for a few years, 2 or 3 years, however long, until I started competing. And then the competition was like this. Going to the flat range was fun, buying kit, having plates, and like taking pictures, and it kind of felt like it kind of. Okay, I'm sorry. Tuning is fun. The beer sponsor got mad.
Did it just pop off?
It just popped off. Dude.
That's crazy. Wow.
Sorry, flat range is fine. I'm wearing Vans.
That's crazy. It just I hope we got that on camera.
I think we did.
That's kind of weird.
Fuck, we're gonna get sued.
The spirits in here, dude.
So you're running comp? Was someone there running an MMP?
Well, so that was
Or
the
you just
thing.
wanted to be a hipster? You fucking.
No, so I was the hipster with the PDP. Like
Yeah.
nobody, and it still like hasn't really caught on.
I
as
guess like
much.
the hipster gun is like the CZ.
in the competition world, yeah,
Which
but
I
it's
like the
more
CZ
like
'cause it's just a high power.
it's yeah. I think it's a great design, absolutely. It's more like the adopted redheaded stepbrother, like very very like you're here, none of us like you.
Yeah. We don't
and,
respect you,
We don't
but-
respect you.
We'll let you play with us.
Yeah.
I need to go shoot more guns.
Shooting guns is fun. It
It's
was
like you guys are
actually-
talking about guns. I'm like, dude, I don't even know what the hell you
It's
guys
cool.
are talking
He's
about.
only
on
been
some
here
of
from Cali for like not even a year yet. We'll get him right.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Really?
So
Dude.
I've been a big gun nut like my whole life, obviously, and then joined the Marine Corps just exacerbated that a lot more, and then found myself once I got out of the Marine Corps, stayed in California because of work and everything, and it was just like, okay, and I bought a whole box of parts to build myself an AR as like a getting out of the Marine Corps gift to myself. And then they started coming out with more and more stringent laws that didn't allow me to do what I wanted to do anymore. So I just had this big box of parts, and then I was just like, you know what, I'm not even going to buy any guns. I'm not going to do nothing here in California because there's just no point anyway.
It's a constructive possession, though.
Yeah. So, but I just didn't have any need to. To buy them because like I didn't have any friends that were super into them, and then
it's got a lot of knives.
got a lot of knives.
Not being around it though, too. Like
Yeah.
that was the other cool thing about being here is it was like this progression of like, oh, everybody has guns, and then it was like, wait, people just go out to the desert and shoot them, and then it was like, hold on, wait a minute,
Yep.
people have guns, go out to the desert and shoot them, and like they
comps.
put nods on their
Yep.
hot girlfriends and take pictures of
Yep.
them. Like it was
It's like, wow, I can go to the store and you're saying I can put the ammo in my cart and walk around freely like an
you can
adult?
just, like an
That's
adult.
crazy. Yeah, Phil. Yeah, so basically, Cooter over here takes me to Shields for my first time ever when we moved out here. He's like, I got to take you to Shields. And I'm like, okay.
the new one in Chandler.
Yeah. And he goes,
So you did just move here then?
like August of last
Yeah,
year.
it hasn't
So,
even been a year yet. I wasn't exaggerating this time.
Yeah, and
It's not
he
hyperbole.
takes me into Shields, and then I literally go upstairs to where all the guns and ammo are, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god, all the guns are out. You can just grab them
you
and
can
play
just
with
touch
them and touch them, and
Yeah.
you can go over and just grab ammo off the shelf. You can grab gun parts and 30-round magazines, 17-round magazines
When you say that
off
a lot,
the
it
shelf.
seems kind of crazy.
Yeah, like it was especially
I
coming
can
from
only get
California.
so erect. Like,
Yeah,
please.
especially coming from California, where
fingers.
you needed a background check just to get ammo.
Yeah.
Like, that's ridiculous. Like, I met like one of our buddies back home. Like, he can't get fucking hollow points for self-defense for his own home gun because of. I mean, he can. It's just it's a fucking hassle.
Process.
Like
They
you don't
get
wanna-
treated differently than
Yeah.
FMJ?
Well, I think so. And then, but so he's just got range rounds, and I'm like, dude, like this is where the law is backwards, right? Because now you've got rounds that are just going to poke holes through people and go through things, like
They want it to
through
be
a
less
person and
killy.
into your wall and into your
less
neighbor's
scary.
house, rather than a hollow point that when it hits somebody, it's going to stop inside that.
They're not going to
person.
have a back anymore,
Like-
but it'll stop.
Yeah. Like you're not going to have rounds just puncturing holes and then going through that person, your house, and into your neighbor's house and hitting somebody else.
Well, because, and again, like it's people don't want to talk, like people don't want to look at it. People don't want to know,
because
they don't like, it's
It's all the same.
yeah,
well,
to them it's all the same.
it's all, but it's like make it less killy, right?
Yeah, to
like,
them
make
it's
it
all
a
the
little
same,
bit
but
less-
Just make
they're
all
like,
guns pink.
I don't want to kill you. I just want to hurt you really, really bad.
because they're looking
Like,
at the range ammo at a face value, like, oh, this doesn't look as scary as a hollow point. Oh, that's what a hollow point looks like when it flares out and it hits somebody. That's terrifying. That's scary. Well, yeah, because it's meant to stop a
Yeah.
person, not meant to practice on a paper target.
Right.
Like, it,
My greatest analogy is a drill and a driver to like a person.
yep.
Cooter said it's like a drill and a driver to person.
which are different mechanisms, different intended uses. Like it's
But
Yep.
that's like the easiest way to explain it to somebody
Yeah.
who has any type of experience working, tinkering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, M&P, do you run optic?
M&P. Here we go. Back
Do
to
you
yeah.
run optic?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
What do you run?
I'm in the 21st century.
What do you run?
So my hands down favorite optic. You cannot pry it from my cold dead hands is the SRO.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I've actually wanted to shoot. I wanted to get a Delta Point Pro, just to try something different that still has the things that I like about the SRO. Yes, I've broken some of them. Yes, it's
I was
because
gonna
I
ask-
dropped
I was
them.
gonna ask, yeah.
Right? Like, oh, but Horoson and my warranty. Great. Trijicon will also fix their optics. Like,
Yeah.
you might have to pay them the shipping or whatever, but like they will replace broken glass. Like, it's not a free warranty, but
They're
like,
nice. I like
yeah,
them.
yeah,
I can't afford one, but they're nice.
yeah.
Until you guys sponsor.
I don't know shit about Vortex or their warranties or anything like that. You
They're good.
probably do better than I do, but I like mine because it's beefy, bulky, and I can just jam that shit off of fucking everything. So I
Yeah.
can just done. I
Yeah.
love it, and I beat the fucking piss out of it, and it's still holding up. So
Yeah, and that's what you want.
Closed emitter versus open emitter. Do you think it makes a difference?
yeah,
I'm all open.
yeah,
I was like I didn't get like lint in there and like because like
yeah.
if it's
Fuck it.
because the thing within a closed emitter, I don't know.
It's like putting a microwave on top of your gun.
It looks ugly.
I like it. The only thing I've seen about them is just the glass fogging up, especially on the P2s. The
Oh,
aim
really?
points. It's
So
just like the
those
glass
were
will
worse.
fog up.
But I don't know. My thing is like, and I'm not an instructor. I wasn't in the military. Again, dirty civilian. What do I know? But also
Whatever Reddit tells you.
what exactly? Yeah, exactly. Reddit, YouTube, Instagram. It's how I know anything. It's just like unless it's raining, and like your gun is out and it's raining into your optic, but even still, it's wet. You shake it and you keep shooting.
Yeah.
Like it's still not because with the closed emitter, it's still gonna catch water. Like it's
Yeah.
not. Yeah, I don't know. Just blow it out, dust it out. I don't know, shake it off.
Do you carry any medical?
I do, yeah.
What do you carry?
Dude, this is gonna be
You can whip the bag out
the
if you want.
nerdiest thing that anybody's ever pulled out of a freaking backpack. Dude.
I love
unless
seeing
it's
people's medical.
Unless it's a My Little Pony stuffed animal, I think you're good.
Oh, dude, that's
the other bag.
That's the other bag. That's the bag I take to car line. Yeah, so I actually carry in my backpack. This is always with me in the truck. So I carry this kit. I just pulled this off of my belt, basically.
Okay.
So it's like on my range belt, so it can go back on. But yeah, no, it's any other a good medical kit that I would feel like first aid. Like it's got.
Where'd you get this one from?
This is T-Rex Arms.
T-Rex Arms. Okay.
Yeah, just because of it fits in bags. It
it's
fits
slim.
on a belt. Yeah, but I mean, it's just tourniquet. It's marker. It's quick clot. It's gauze. It's anything that It's funny, like all the LARPer pretend tactical dress up people on Instagram. It's like, well, but actually, this is right.
Yeah.
Like you should have this, right?
should. Yeah.
Like even if it's for looks
If
and
you
you're an
have
idiot and your buddy knows,
but you don't have a med kit, like you're fucking. You don't have an IFAK.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, people
Yeah.
get crazy on me for carrying a needle D, and I'm like, well, honestly, like the needle D is not for you; it's for me. So,
Yeah.
because what was it? I saw that thing like there's that big issue with like providing medical care to people, like especially like that level of medical care, like doing like a needle decompression on somebody if you're not like a certified medical professional, which I'm not, but I know how to do a needle D. But it's like, and I could do it on somebody, but you could get fucking sued for doing it to somebody.
right.
So
More in a
that's
place like
for
California than
and
here.
it's not so much.
No, Arizona's bad too.
And I don't
Phoenix
think-
Fire gets sued all the time.
I
for
don't think
providing
it's
medical
so
care.
much the
Oh, do they
person.
really?
I don't think it's so much the person that gets healed that sues the person. I think it's like the state or whatever that will sue because you don't have a medical license to do so, or you're not a medical professional to administer that kind of care. I think.
Gay.
I'm not too sure,
Very
but
gay.
yeah.
But yeah,
I love
that.
that.
Medical.
I love that you carry medical.
Anything else you carry every day? Any knives? Big knife guy?
So not a big knife guy. I have a Spyderco that
Oh, fucking which Spyderco? I love Spydercos.
the Para 3.
Nice. I have one.
My wife's borrowing it.
Okay.
I'm gonna need it back at some point.
You should check out Snake Bit Knives, dude. Get you a nice
Snake
big.
Bit.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, I guess Zach left, but yeah. So like I did carry that because that is like an everyday carry tool that like I find myself using all the time.
Yeah.
To cut stuff, whether it's just cutting tape off of a box or whatever. Like I definitely use a knife more than anything.
Yeah.
I used to carry the tourniquet in a belt thing, but that's ended up back in the bag. But yeah, can't tell. Got 30 plus rounds of 124 grain hollow
bless.
point on me. Yeah. I'm a T-Rex, not a T-Rex. I'm a tier 1 concealed snob.
I like tier 1. That's what my gun's not on me right now, but it's my 43. I have a tier 1, but I also like ANDR. You want to pull that up for me, Cooter?
Oh, yeah,
Sure.
NDR design.
Because I talk with the owner all the time, and he's such a great guy. But they're nice.
All of that
Sidecar?
is in my pants.
That's pretty hot.
Okay, hold up.
And I don't know if
Hold
like,
up. You love multi-cam arid?
oh yeah, dude.
Did we just become best friends?
Dude. Oh, hey, do you want to go do, what is it, Kung Fu Karate? Do you want to go do karate in the garage?
Whatever.
What the hell's
whatever
the
you
line?
want, dude.
The line.
Am I
That
about
line
to
for the
show?
movie.
Am I about to show my colors and give people more justification to the joke that you made me earlier? If I pull and show mine out,
Yes, it will. Goddamn Nazi.
it's all flecktarn.
Is it?
Yeah.
Dude, okay, any camo that's from any other country is just like, that's the other team.
Yeah, dude. What the
Come
fuck,
on,
man?
dude.
We're definitely not hanging that map.
I got German
Oh.
roots,
Dude,
Austrian gun, whatever.
Nobody here loves multi-cam arid, and I was like, I absolutely love it.
That's great. Because, like, I'm all about the pride. Like, this is a camo that would work in Arizona. Like, we
would.
have green.
Yeah.
Multicam works also great, but I
Multicam
just
does,
have a
which
soft
is-
spot for multicam arid, which upsets me that they're discontinuing it for everything.
Yeah,
Well,
flecktarn
didn't get
does not
picked
work
up.
well anywhere in Arizona.
It doesn't work well anywhere.
But,
Yeah, that's cool, dude. I like your setup.
yeah, that's the
Yeah,
whole sort of.
A&R. I'm sorry, A&R. I always call A&R
design.
because the design, but A&R. They do the like kind of with the T-Rex arms, but they have the carbon fiber, which is so nice versus just the paracord
Oh, yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
combining the sidecar.
Yeah. But, yeah, that kind of came about. Really, it was from
Yeah, dude.
competition. That kind of.
Ooh, yeah.
It's nice. It's so comfortable for my 19X.
Might look into that, honestly.
What about your everyday carry camera? What kind of camera you rocking?
Oh yeah.
Dude, Got that.
Oh yeah, I fucking knew you did. I knew
Got
you
that
did.
little pack too.
This is your everyday carry.
It is everyday carry. Oh, I guess one thing while I'm pulling it out.
Got you.
The most of the decisions that went into the carry piece, like it's the same reasons why I'd set up like a competition piece. Like I compete with the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I'm very, very much like
Practice how you play.
Yeah, absolutely. With everything, with camera gear, with guns, with like, I don't know, like how I treat people. It's just like I don't ever want to be one thing one place and a different thing somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
Consistency. So this isn't the lens that so this is like, yeah, so it's my Nikon
Sony.
Z5.
Nice.
This is an Icon.
Ooh.
Again,
Wow.
hipster before hipster
Yeah.
was the thing. It goes all the way back. The only reason why I bought Nikon was because that's what I had enough money to afford when I was a student.
Yeah.
And like I didn't want to spend like the extra $100 or whatever
Are you
for
at
the
the
Canon.
point where you have so many lenses that it doesn't make sense to change?
I was until I switched to mirrorless anyways.
Oh.
And then like as I've been like getting more and more mirrorless gear, it's kind of just like I have it. Now I have more. I'm in the 21st century.
Well, yeah, I would say Holden knows, but yeah, like the Nikons and Sonys, like the lenses don't match up unless you get an adapter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid.
But anyways, yeah, it's a mirrorless. Like I actually bought this one specifically for video.
Okay.
Because I had a DSLR that I was using for the range stuff and like the early studio sessions, that kind of thing. This has turned into the everyday though, not, I don't know how like deep into it we want to get, but
Whatever
like
you want, dude.
the 40 millimeter, to me is just a great focal distance, focal length to like, I do some product stuff with it, but it's like, this is very much like a all around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
That's what I've heard. It's like it's like the 9 millimeter than God World.
It's so again, practicality, right?
Yeah.
Like this is very much just like if we're on vacation, if we're on a road trip, if I'm in the studio, if I have even like portraits and that type of thing. So like this is one of those ones that covers lots and lots of bases. What this body usually has on it though is the work lens, which is the 14 to 24.
Okay, nice.
That's what's almost always on here. I just threw this on just because it was like, take a picture.
Quick draw it, dude.
Yeah, it's quick draw. Like, oh, if there's anything I want to like snap a shot of kind of BTS or like here in the studio, but yeah, that's why that.
Do you find yourself doing a lot of video, or is it mainly just photography?
So, I guess we're kind of getting into like, it's funny because this was kind of the alter ego, this whole Sonoran Shooter thing.
Yeah.
But now like there are people who like this is all they know about me, and so like this whole side of my life over here, I actually own a photography company for work.
Oh shit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, so I own a real estate photography company.
Okay.
And so
Was popping for years.
yeah, no, it's actually recent. So I started the company last year, and it's turned into the day job.
Okay.
And so I do, to your question, do I do a lot of video? I do plenty of video now for the real estate side of things. Yeah.
I've been trying to learn video more. Like camera shit, dude. There's too many
Same.
numbers for it to make sense. Like guns, there's also too many numbers, but I can make sense of it because I've been around it for so long. Cameras is like a new thing for me. So like I was like, I need to learn how to do video, and everyone's like, you need to learn how to take photos first. I was like, motherfucker.
You're getting really like comfortable with it though. Like you've been doing a lot more content of like showing your face and like reels and stuff like that on your Instagram. So like, and I envy that honestly. Like I'm trying to get to the point where I just feel comfortable doing somewhat kind of videos
So
like you
many
do,
fucking-
showing your face
so many
in
fucking
front.
takes. It's getting easier.
Yeah.
Podcast also
Is that
makes
what
it easier.
is that what your on your phone, like your pictures? Is it just like my kid's doing stuff, my face
Yeah, just
for like
fucking
80
40 of them.
videos? Yeah.
Yeah, and then I have to cut them together.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
there's I don't know when we talked about it was on the last podcast or just in general. There's one where it's just like it was me talking to the cameras, giving updates about Vandal, and then like the next day I posted all of the fucking bloopers.
Yeah.
It was just like me like trying to talk like fuck.
Yeah.
It was like, dude, I had so many bloopers because I was like, for this one like minute video, I did like 30 takes. I had like 3 beers.
Yeah. And then you have more fun as it goes on, but like
Yeah.
the quality is like we're getting farther from where we need to be.
No, exactly. So like.
Like I'm probably just gonna say screw it and film the real idea I've been telling you about for the past 2 days, 3 days that I've been good at. I'm like, I'm gonna do this tonight, and then I'm just like, maybe tomorrow night.
I have a lot of real ideas that I need to do. It's just being too lazy to film them and then edit them.
Yeah.
Like I've been slacking on my reels, like which
Well,
now I'm
that's
getting
what-
back to it.
That's what makes video such a difficult medium, and I thought really good photographers, lots of respect there, but really really good videographers.
Yeah, it's a different ballgame.
It's just totally, it's just a completely separate. So I would even say whoever told you that you should learn to. Who was that told you to learn to take pictures first?
Multiple people, but
it's like the same thing. I think that's the same thing as saying, oh, you should learn how to shoot irons before you shoot a red dot.
Dude, are you my dad?
They're not. Maybe, dude.
Fuck, hell yeah, dude. Does that mean I can speak Spanish now?
Dude. Yeah, so that's that. I don't know. They're just completely separate.
I think
they're two separate mediums.
You should make so much content just breaking down guns and cameras together, because I feel like there's such an audience for it.
Dude, you think so? Because I'm playing back in my head this episode now, and I'm like,
because there's
did I
so
just
many,
pretend that flexing my camera was cool?
Even when we went to the Operation Kidney Snatcher stuff, dude, there were so many hobbyist photographers running around that were just taking pictures of just guns and because there was Steven there, he's a professional photographer and videographer, but there were other guys with their own cameras and stuff doing stuff. So yeah, I people would value from your content. Would get a lot of value from
people my outside perspective.
It's a
right?
good way to. I saw
looking at it. I saw the need with art, right, and I see the need with just camera knowledge in the gun community, because you have all these people who want to start doing gun content, but they're like, I don't know how to take pictures, I don't know how to do video. Yeah, you know what I mean? If you can bridge that gap, right? One of my favorite pages, and I love the fact that I actually got to meet him at SHOT Show, because we've been talking for a long time. Is Degenerates Drinking Coffee? Yeah, he's doing all that stuff with a Black Rifle Coffee Company now. Mm-hmm. But he bridges that gap with guns and coffee, and I like the way he has a podcast, and he was breaking it down one time, and he's making really nice gourmet coffee, I think it's stage 3 coffee. I think I got that wrong. Wave 3 coffee, wave 3 coffee, and long distance shooting, how precise you have to be and the time it takes. He's there's a correlation there, just there's a correlation with shooting guns and shooting cameras. I feel there's a huge niche for that. Even if you're just to give out the knowledge, because I would eat that shit up, and if you could break it down to layman terms you're doing right now, hey, your was it 14? Is it 14 millimeter or 40 millimeter? 40. Your 40 millimeters, your 9 millimeter, right? This is a good everyday carry. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just 40 millimeter, or 40 cal fucking sucks when it comes to guns, but when it comes to cameras, shit's lit. You know what I mean?
So the numbers, remember the numbers. I guess that's kind of, just I've never felt and it's probably because I have
imposter syndrome.
It's that, but I think the source
of us
of it,
seem to have that.
Everyone does.
Yeah.
I think the source of it comes from I have goals for myself, and I know I haven't reached those goals yet.
Yep.
So who wants to hear from me?
Yep.
I do.
Right? That's kind of...
I do. Brother, I haven't hit the goals I want for me either.
Stop making me fall in love with you.
Oh, fuck it. I'll never stop.
Bro, I've been in business for almost 3 years now, and I've only done one drop.
A successful drop. Don't fucking diminish yourself.
A successful drop. Yeah. I'm working on trying to get them back and running permanently.
Holden, I need you to hear me right now. I can hate on you. You cannot hate on you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's the fucking line.
It's a good...
The homosexual shirt's coming.
Yeah, the homosexuals. Yeah.
But I think I see such a big outlet for your stuff. Even just behind the scenes stuff. Hey, I'm shooting for fucking goon tape right now. This is what I'm doing, and showing your practical effects. Does it take away that magic? Does it kind of give your secret sauce out there? For sure. I don't know how you feel about gatekeeping. I'm not about it at all. And I share my process with people and what I'm doing, because I want people to learn from what I'm doing and then surpass me. I want people around me that are doing better than me, so I have something to strive for. You know what I mean?
There's a list of accounts that I can give you, people that taught me, we were talking about earlier with the background tricks, and guys who've taught me more about this is how to use Photoshop's AI to make smoke. I can point to any corner of any photo and kind of tell you where I've pulled from other people. Yeah. And so it's to me, I'd be the last person that could with a straight face try to gatekeep anything, because most of what I know has come from other people. And that is something that I think is way more generational, because I see that in other business. I own a business that has nothing to do with the firearms community, and it's interesting to see how same personalities and the same mentalities, it's, you notice it's more of a human condition and not just in the gun world, right?
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, it's there are businesses out there who it's pull back the curtain, there is no gatekeeping, show you how the sausage is made, and That would be more of what I would do. And that's kind of part of the reason why I needed to go build a business that was completely unrelated and detached.
Yeah.
Because that's growing and building. And at some point it will get to the point where I'm not the only one running the show. And then I can have time. I do plan a triumphant return back to I was competing twice a week.
Yeah.
And really getting into the long range stuff. And so there's way more of that I want to do. Life has just kind of
as it does
needed me to walk in a different direction so that way I can have that time and the money to come back and be able to, because that's just when it's the most fun and it's the most freeing is I don't need any money or any compensation to come from this. I'm doing it because I want to. That's when it's that's when it's pure joy. That's when
that's what you got to have.
Yeah.
And I see such a future for you. You're already killing it, but just showing the behind the scenes, because you're again, we met today in person. We go back and forth in DMs and stuff, but fuck, I love you as a person so much more. I get to see more of your personality. It's I think
I agree.
I even told Holden at some point shifting brands of showing yourself more, it humanizes it. People are attracted to it more, and that's where the longevity of brands kind of come from. There's certain brands who still are faceless and do really well, and there's other brands where people want to know the person behind it, and that's the point of this.
I guess that is because there are, and I'm thinking about there are YouTube channels and there are people on Instagram, and I'm this person's an idiot. They said everything wrong that they could say about that thing, but here they are with whatever, sponsors and views, and so I guess it's not.
You gotta do I can do their job better. You know what I mean?
Because I guess it's
surprise. Obviously, it's out that I'm a teacher now. One of the main things why I wanted to become a teacher was I had some shit history teachers as a kid, and I was I can do your job better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was a driver I can break this down better. And I feel you can too. And it's I'm honestly jealous of the fact that you I don't know how to provide knowledge to people. I was I draw pictures. And I can tell you what brushes I use, what settings I use, how to use paper, right? But that only goes so far. But I feel with you, you can make so many comparisons. You can make so much content, not just knowledgeable, but just behind the scenes and just having fun at shoots. I'll come out and be a second shooter for you. I'll bring out one of these tiny cameras and just fucking shoot you having a good time.
Yeah.
It's hey, if you have two cameras, come out with me to fucking film for Goon Tape, for whoever, you know what I mean?
And that is, it's part of the plan. It's in.
I'm just pressuring you to do what I want you to do. You know what I mean?
And I need it. And that's what's interesting is I think for me, at least in my style of art and the way that my brain works, I do need a little bit of an external
push.
Go do it because you can, right? I do because again, I just have lofty goals that I set for myself and they seem too far.
Yeah.
But then if somebody's no, you're way closer than you think, that's valuable to me. And so, I do appreciate a slight amount of peer pressure.
Yeah,
it's good.
Let's go do some heroin.
Yeah. Wait, what?
I guess. Let's do it.
Oh, sorry. I heard peer pressure. I thought, my bad. Different podcast. Fuck. Dude, I didn't know a bunch of gays.
Our word from our sponsor: methamphetamines.
Oh my god.
Fentanyl.
Dude, George Floyd's death anniversary or whatever was this past week. Speaking of fentanyl.
Oh my god. I had no idea.
I saw a bunch of shit on that today, actually. It's funny that you bring that up.
Yeah, dude.
How brave, how bold.
Well, dude, I didn't realize that,
Cooter, you just muted my headphones, you fuck.
He didn't mute mine.
It's how you get fired. There we go, thank you. Fuck.
That's how you get rehired.
Hey, be nice to Cooter, man.
I'm always nice to Cooter. I try to get you friends for your mind. Workers.
Yeah, but I noticed you didn't give out his gamer tag handle or nothing for anybody to get a hold of him.
He didn't tell me what it was.
Yeah. Wow, you didn't even ask. Wow.
Brother, I was
See, folks, he tries to play the little, oh, I'm the good child of this whole family. No, he's the little demon child of our little trio we got going on.
El Diablo.
Yeah, there's a reason that picture's over on his side.
So how do you know about Loteria?
Yeah, the Loteria
cards. How do you know?
I'm white.
He doesn't know. I do.
Well, you said Mexican candies though.
Well, I grew up in Arizona, right? So there's a lot of that culture there. I used to work in restaurants. I used to be a line cook and a prep cook and stuff like that. So I've been surrounded by Mexicans. I can understand Spanish more than I can speak it,
So do you know if putting salt in water before it boils actually does anything?
I just think it helps with the flavor of things.
It helps it boil
to
faster.
Does it help it
But
boil
does it
faster?
really?
I don't know. I was told
Is
physics. Is that chemistry?
Chemistry.
Same.
It's
Whatever.
not same.
I'm an idiot.
Because
Dude.
I went
Don't
like, well,
listen
how
to me.
fast are you throwing the salt at the
I
water?
know, it's like-
And
for,
physics
for me,
didn't-
it's like the same thing of like when I make rice. I wash the rice and then I season the water when I do it.
So washing the rice removes the starch, though,
Yeah.
so that way it doesn't stick.
Exactly, and then you season it because it adds a little bit more enhancing flavor to it. But I know a lot about Mexico. Have I dived into the? It's not tarot cards. I don't want to disrespect. Loteria.
Like lottery cards.
I don't speak Spanish on this podcast because last time he tried to make me say I love Black Hawk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he did.
But do you?
Off the record.
Off the record?
No.
The light's off. The lights are. Yeah, you can
Anyways.
say whatever you want. I don't even. Yeah. So no, it's like basically like kind of Mexican bingo
Oh, really?
is like the closest thing that I would say.
So
Loteria
it's a
is.
game?
But then there's like
Game.
meanings behind each one.
Yeah, I don't know the
though,
meanings
isn't there?
behind
Or
it,
or people have established meanings.
I think that's
to each
way more
one.
what it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
They read into it.
Yeah, so
Yeah, because I've seen it more like where it's like tarot cards, which each one represents something in the deep meaning. I never knew it was
Yeah.
like bingo.
It's basically just bingo with gambling, but like
Hell
little
yeah.
kids can play it too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Mexico
that
got
is.
it right, dude.
Yeah, they do start gambling at a very early age.
And they start drinking at a young age.
Yeah, they do.
Big fan. Is there any
sounds like a great time, dude.
dude? Why don't we just move to Mexico?
Oh, I can
down.
give you 6
I'm
reasons.
so down.
Is there like any dream collab for you? Like,
Oh,
you're like,
yeah.
there's a company that I really want to fucking work for.
Oh man,
Because I'll fucking DM them right after this. I don't give a shit.
there's it's been a while since I've thought about it.
Is
I've
it Vandal?
Actually, there was these hoodies one time.
Shameless plug.
Some hoodies, dude. You put your hands on them, but then on the inside it had like a.
Oh, Ed Calderon makes those. Ed's man, you know.
Yeah, you just cut a hole in it, right?
Yeah.
It's like
The
a
ones
more
that are
gringo
actually
tag.
released.
Yeah, the ones that I can go to the website and buy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Thanks, Sup Def.
Listen. Should I just come
Thanks.
out with like a video explaining everything that's been going on? Like all
Yeah,
the bullshit I'm
honestly-
dealing with behind the scenes?
Honestly, yes.
Jesus.
Honestly, yes, because you just keep posting pictures of yourself wearing them.
Yeah.
And people are like, what the fuck? Or like, we got leather patches now, ladies and gentlemen. People are like, where are they?
Yeah.
Dude,
fucking
it's like
do it.
it's like the boner to want to buy one of those. Like it kind of starts to
Well,
fly,
here's
but
the
then you
deal.
kind of come through
He's
and
just edging you.
pop it right back up.
Here's
dude.
a quick cliff notes. I've been in contact with a middleman / lady that's been in contact with a factory down in Mexico.
Man /
We
lady
got a
is lady
we
boy.
got a prototype. We got a prototype
Thailand?
made. We got a prototype made. Prototype was made, came back. There were some things that we liked. There were some things we didn't like. We told them what we didn't like. We told them what we wanted changed. Well, she relayed our messages to the factory. The factory said, nah, we don't like what he's saying. So she apparently has gone down to Mexico to go light a fire under their ass and basically be like, what's the issue? Why is there a holdup all of a sudden?
Yeah.
And which I do think it's kind of weird, like all of a sudden, like, because the changes I wanted were not drastic at all. Like the drawstrings that they put on the hood for the hoodie were like shoestrings. I didn't want those. I wanted drawstrings or even aesthetic ones that were made out of the hoodie material.
Yeah.
Like how they typically look. And I wanted the front pocket just a little bit bigger to put a little bit bigger zipper in there. That's all I wanted. I'm supplying the zippers. I'm supplying the elastic. I'm supplying all the supplies for the hoodie. All they have to do is just cut it, plug and play. I've even supplied the emails and spreadsheets of exact dimensions, cut dimensions, sewing dimensions, everything of where they need to exactly sew things. I've made it so dummy proof.
So
They're still saying no.
So what I'm hearing is you hate us.
So what I'm saying is the factory down in Mexico fucking hates me. So
Fucking learn Spanish. Hey, hook him up, please.
Dude,
so basically,
I'll tell you some things to say to them.
what it's come down to is I have a name of the company that I think that where they're being made of. I've tried looking up this name of the company online, even in like Mexican websites and stuff, and I can't find shit on this company that makes these hoodies. I found another factory that makes hoodies for another bigger company that might make hoodies for us, but that's yet to be seen. Yeah, and whether or not their MOQs are going to be ridiculous because of how big this other company is. And another one is I got a homie in the space that's Raid, if you've ever met him. Or
I haven't met him, but I've talked to him.
Yeah, I haven't met him personally, but I've talked to him. Kaz, he's really good people within the space. He's one of the realest ones in there. But he basically reached out.
What are you and I then, dude? If
Fucking pieces of shit.
You guys got hookups for factories to make me hoodies?
Well, this is actually one of the things I've been thinking. So, no. I did kind of jump in there like I had a yes. No.
Just fucking lie to him like every other factory.
Yeah, literally.
But I have
Just lie to me harder, Daddy.
I have a consolation complaint that kind of is, I think.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if this is other
Shit
industries. No, it's not at all. I don't know if this is other industries
then I
or
don't
if
really
it's
want to
just
fucking
ours.
hear it.
Then mute my mic. We'll talk. Let's be off record. Puff that. Let's have a good chat. It seems like in this space, at least, there are big companies, big government contracts, all that stuff. The money is in a specific area. There's all these civilians with, different ideas. They don't have like whatever shareholders and like these contracts to uphold. And it's like, we can just kind of be out here making things better. It's like taking this design, but like, let's level it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But the problem is like, it's also like side hustles and like things we do in our garages, and it's like nothing that we can pull money from or like go get a not like an investor basically.
Yep.
Right, to like come and my idea is really great, I know it'll take off, like come help me support this. But if it's like, oh, you make hoodies or like it's like for some reason there's not enough money flowing
exactly
to the civilian side of things to like really be able to like
there's not enough money flowing in the civilian side of things to promote future business.
Yeah.
Well, what we can do is just send a bunch of Mormons down there to knock on their door till they make the hoodies.
Dude,
That's
and
true.
we will knock.
They will knock.
Yeah, because like
It's actually
like
more you stand out somebody's house and just shout.
Like the first supplier, right? Like when I first decided I wanted to start this idea or this business, the first supplier that I was working with, I told him that I was like, hey, would it be possible to get all these alterations and mods made in-house from you guys, and you guys just ship me the final product because it'd be easier that way?
You're already there cutting stuff.
Exactly. And he's like, yeah, but MOQ is going to be in the range of around 500.
Yeah.
And the price per is going to be about $20, $25 a piece. And I'm like, that's insane.
Yeah.
And, well,
money on the front end.
No, it wasn't going to be $25 a piece fully modified. It was going to be $25 a piece base price, unmodified MOQ of 500 or something like that. It was like, dude, I'm just starting out. How in the hell am I going to be able to... I don't know what the math is off the top of my head, what that's going to be. But, like, there's no way I could have afforded that starting out.
Well, because that's the thing is, like, it's, it's gun community, it's gun culture stuff. It's like, you go talk to them, whatever, if they're manufacturing or if they're assembling or whatever it is, and it's like, you're one of their, a list of people that they work with that have a budget, that have money, that, like... buying that much as a first order or whatever is not that big of a deal because, they're going to sell out of them on Etsy and whatever it is, because maybe it's just because it's a space that's more palatable, right?
Yeah.
Like guns and nods and, whatever, dead skeleton stuff. Like not everybody vibes with that kind of thing.
They do.
Yeah.
If you have a skeleton with nods, everyone vibes with it.
For some reason.
That's fucking
it is a
fact.
But point being is like, it's like we're bringing gun ideas into spaces where it's like there's already a lot like fashion and like hype beast kind of like the supreme style of like doing drops and like that exists outside of the gun culture in companies and places where there's like already investment in money and that type of thing. Yeah. And so it is kind of tough to like.
Yeah, Zins, brother.
I love me a good Zin.
Fucking have him put a Zin pocket on it while you're at it.
Might as well. Just in the in
Dude,
the
let's-
So
That's
say that
what we
all
should do.
again into a camera and make a reel.
I don't remember everything I just said.
Well, fucking write it down because you're a beautiful writer. We learned this
my
last
God.
episode.
I don't even remember what I just said, dude.
You're just complaining.
Yeah. No, I seriously
You're
don't
you're
remember.
fucking coming with excuses why I don't.
You're
have a
gonna
hoodie.
you, the one guy who gives me the most shit about my memory is sitting here questioning whether or not I actually am remembering something.
That's fair. But dream collab for you. Any company stand out?
Yeah.
I guess it would be.
Sorry, he gets us on tangents. I don't. It's so fucking disrespectful.
Sorry, dude. I'm like
Dude.
fucking Trump. I just start
Disrespect
running
me.
off, and then you got to
You know
reel me
what's
back
No, you can't say that. The reason why, this is it. Trump is a master. A master. You think he's going off on a tangent and you think he's just deranged and like he's just speaking and whatever, but he's not. That's how he controls conversations with people. Because he thinks we're way off in left field, but really like he is bringing it to a point or to. You asked him a question 15 minutes ago. Well, he wants to answer when he's ready to answer.
Yeah.
And so he does that, and I picked up that from him like when he did his podcast circuit when he was going on all these places.
I like to think I do that. It's just I tend to ramble on way longer,
And then you forget.
and then I forget where I was originally going because I was
He brought us on
rambling too
another
long.
fucking tangent.
I know.
I'm adding to the conversation, you
You
asshole.
thought you were doing.
Oh, fuck both of you. Cut this shit.
Yeah?
It's over. Thank you for coming to the Meet Your Maker podcast.
But
Have a
but
good
like
night.
just missionary or how?
So dream collab.
Dream collab. As I don't know, as gay as it is to say, like, so I went to SHOT Show for the first time with Tyler at Calculated Kinetics.
Yeah.
And so being there and just seeing like people that I know that take pictures or whatever, and it's like now the photo they took is this 18-foot tall whatever thing. So it's not so much, I don't know, it's not so much a dream collab, but like I think the thing that's been the hardest push commercially has to like land like a gig with really any firearm manufacturer. Like to say, because like I can send stuff to Smith and Wesson, I can send stuff to Walther. I do a lot for like Springfield with Echelon and Canic, and I've gotten to know some of the people that run like their social media channels and stuff, and so like I can kind of get into collabs that way. But I feel like a bigger, really what I would want more so than a collab is like I'm doing like a paid shoot for a huge brand. Yeah,
I
like
think
that would be.
For you, like if you want something big at SHOT Show, you got to go optics, man. Like this past SHOT Show was my first SHOT Show,
Yeah.
and I was shocked how balls to the wall optics went versus guns.
Yeah.
Because there's so much innovation there, so much more competition there than there is in the like firearm, like just actual gun manufacturing. I feel.
See,
you know
but then
what I
like
mean?
you go downstairs into the basement.
I went there, yeah.
And then it's like, oh, here's all the Chinese people that are DMing me about like.
Well, there's
creating
there's
your
Platypus Arms down there. They had a little vending machine.
Oh, Platypus is down there. They had a vending machine?
Yeah, but it was like their first year there, I think. So that's why they got put in the basement.
Oh, yeah. And it's like, yeah, the cost of it is insane. Yeah, optics are, but like, I don't know, like, what is it? Like, what is it? Because again, like, I like my SRO. Like, I'm very simple. I'm practical. Like,
Brother,
I don't feel like I need any more than
Just
that.
have them send you optics and give me some. I'm poor.
All right, fine.
Yeah, same.
Like, no, fuck that guy.
No.
Yeah, fuck me, I guess.
Again,
just run-
missionary.
I'll just run the Vortex fucking ST the whole rest of my life.
69ing. Like, what is this? You keep throwing this out there.
So, I know you have imposter syndrome. This might be a difficult question to answer. But if you had to give advice to a new photographer or someone starting a Instagram page or something like that, what advice would you give them? What advice do you wish you got early on during this journey?
I would say, like, just ask. Like, don't stop asking questions. Like, it was some of the biggest strides, I guess I feel like I would call it, in feeling happy with my work. That's been the hardest thing, is myself feeling happy with what I'm producing. Those big like clicks and those big strides have all come from just asking people. Like, hey, I noticed you do this, or I noticed your pictures look this way, or like I noticed you're getting these paid gigs. Like, just asking questions. And like, you might think like, oh, if I ask people how they do the thing that they do, like that's annoying. Like, these people are famous. They have 15,000 followers. They don't have enough time for me.
I can't imagine being that small.
Whatever. I know, right? I know, right? I would say that's it. Is like just becoming a student of anything you do, and it's drawing, it's teaching, any type of a craft. Like treat it like you don't know.
You gotta
never
be
feel
a
comfortable.
lifelong learner.
Yeah,
You always got room to grow.
Yeah.
I like that.
yeah, that'd be the main thing. Nice. And then people like when you tape food together. I guess that's the other.
Two glizzies together.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking average Tuesday night for me.
The banana one.
I do like the banana one.
That one's one of my favorites, dude.
What artist did that? Where they just fucking taped a banana to the wall?
I don't know. I looked up the story. Obviously, the inspiration for that, and it was just some I don't know, some drunk French dude or something. I don't know.
Hell yeah, dude. The French are always drunk.
Consequential. Country that doesn't matter.
I'm just trying to learn French so I can talk shit to French people, make sure they understand it.
Tell them how gay they are in their own language. That way they know.
I want to make sure the language barrier isn't going to be a barrier here, dude. I'm going to let you know how I feel.
Yeah.
You want the Statue of Liberty back? I'm going to tell you where to shove it. You know what I mean?
Parlez-vous, faggot. Or forget.
Forget. Fucking.
It's French.
It's French. It's beautiful.
For gay.
Beautiful language.
For gay. That's
that's French
something
for
gay
gay.
like that. That's exactly what it would be.
Was that Cooter? That's a cigarette in France.
For gay.
Dude. They always got faggots in their mouth.
Yeah, they do.
All right, where can people find you?
Sonoran Shooter. Obviously at Sonoran Shooter. That's on Instagram. I don't have anything else.
Yet. We're peer pressuring you.
Yet. Yeah, I guess we'll resurrect the whole YouTube. Like the YouTube channel exists.
Just erect it. You know what I mean?
Yep. Erected. Dude, best marketing. When I was in Idaho, there was a steel company.
Yeah.
When you build steel buildings, you don't build them, you erect them.
Hell
and their company was Ultimate Steel Erection.
Dude.
And there hasn't been a more perfect name for a business.
My buddies, he was my supervisor in the military, but his father-in-law has a scaffolding company, and their tagline is "Pride in every erection." Dude. And my buddy sent me a shirt that has it on there. It has it on the front and the back, and I wear that all the time, and it pisses my wife off.
Yeah,
I'll be in the gym wearing it. She's like, "Seriously?" I'm like, "I'm proud of that shit."
Sweetie, boner joke. Come on.
Hell yeah, you can't beat that.
Dude.
Oh my god.
Boner joke.
All right. Well,
Sonoran Shooter. I mean, it's something that is hobbling. It hasn't had my full attention.
it will now, dude. We just lit a fire under your ass.
Now it's going. Yeah, I have, again, the whole day job side of things is also a part of my life that I live. That's Phoenix Valley Media Group is the name of the day job business. It's not Flash. It's not this, but it's something that I feel proud of because I told my wife, it's mine. And then I told my wife one day, I'm going to, paying the bills with a camera to me was just no way. That's how.
So dope.
But and so that's I do feel pride there. Because that is flowing and that's moving and that's doing fantastic. And I want that to get to a point where it can then prop this up. And then I can just I'm just going to have fun and just create and go to range days and shoot and make cool pictures. Because this is more fun. Yeah.
Love it.
Oh yeah. Well, anything else? You good?
No, I'm good, man.
Dude, thank you so much for coming out here.
Thanks for coming out.
Dealing with both of us.
Yeah.
Mainly him, dude.
Our shenanigans, yeah.
Great.
This fucking guy over here.
Comfy spot.
Yeah.
Dude, it took us how long before I caught on that you were also from California, recently?
I don't know. You would have known that if you watched the podcast. But
Okay. Again, I thought I watched the most recent episode. Apparently, it was
fucking episode 1.
3 months ago. Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It was pretty much the whole episode.
Yeah, we got other episodes out there, folks. Just look for them, please.
Literally.
Like and subscribe and comment. Leave reviews, everything. Do it all. Help us out.
I'm the only person that was in this room because Zach's gone. But when Zach was here, I'm the only person here that's from Arizona. The rest of you guys are from Cali.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Did you not say you were from?
I'm from Arizona.
You did say you were from Arizona.
Yeah.
That's right, because that was the Mexican candy thing.
Yep.
Okay. Cheese crisps.
Yeah.
They're amazing, right?
Yeah.
But
I make it for my kid all the time.
Are you willing to accept that that's not a real food that people know outside of this state?
Correct.
I was just gonna say, what the fuck even?
Okay, perfect.
I got you.
He's fresh.
So you can do it in a pan. I like to do it on on a flat top or something like that. But you get a tortilla and you put it down, and then you put cheese on top. And
Okay.
then you let the cheese melt. And as soon as the cheese melted and the bottom's crispy, you flip it over. And when that cheese cooks, it gets crispy. And then it no longer will stick. And you can flip it back over. So you get like crispy cheese and then a little bit of gooey cheese and then the crispy tortilla. It's fucking sick, dude.
It's like you think you're reinventing the wheel.
So that's the thing.
It's
is I
different.
want to let that breathe. What we just went through. Okay.
Yeah.
Because they are delicious.
Yeah, no doubt.
And especially you put some green chilies on it, like you
Dude,
can
put
make
some
it spicy.
For sure.
They're amazing. But when I'd first moved out here and I'm like at a restaurant and I open up a menu, I'm like, cheese crisp. What the
That's
hell
an
is a
Arizona thing.
cheese crisp?
Yeah.
All of the people from Arizona were like, how do you not know? And then like they went on to explain all the different methods. And it's like, I just asked what it was.
Yeah.
So you just throw that out there to a native Arizonan and like they'll tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That's
Dude,
so
my
crazy.
kid's
They
amazing.
think they invented that.
It's amazing.
What do you mean? You've never heard of it? What do you mean we didn't invent it?
Because nobody calls it a cheese crisp. They
What do you
call
call
it a quesadilla.
It's not that. It's not
folded,
that.
You fucking idiot. Why
You,
don't
the way
listen to
you
words
just
I'm speaking?
explained it, you said you get a tortilla, you put it in a pan, then you put cheese
Because
on
that-
top,
those-
and then
yeah.
you fold it
No,
over.
no, I didn't say fold. I said you flip it over to
Yeah.
where the cheese cooks. You fucking mongrel.
Okay. I thought you were saying
You
you
fucking
fold it over.
barbarian.
I thought you said you fold.
I've never heard it be called that.
A cheese crisp?
Longer than you. And I've always heard it called an inside-out quesadilla.
No, it's a cheese crisp, dog.
Okay, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah,
An
that's fucking
inside out quesadilla.
It's not even inside out because then you have to fold it back the other way. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's like
The
a,
fuck? Shut up, cooter.
It's like a 50% quesadilla.
but the
It's
this
different.
is the part is the tortilla gets crisp.
It's so crispy.
So it's
Okay.
all it's more like a
It's like a
thin crust
tostada.
pizza. Yeah.
It's
Kind
like a
of, but
tostada
it-
with melted
just
cheese on
cheese.
top.
kind of.
Yeah, not a quesadilla.
Okay.
And
I'll
that's
make
the
you
thing
one.
that an Arizonan
Alright.
will make
I'll
sure you know.
Okay.
I'll make one for you.
All right. I'm down.
It's different.
Make me a cheese crisp. I'm
Dude,
down to try
but
it.
you fucking dice some fucking chicken
That's-
and you
and they
put it
keep-
on
this is
top,
like-
dude, and you flip it over,
the
and,
amazing
sounds like
thing
a
about
tostada.
that.
and that chicken gets fucking crispy too.
It sounds like a big flour tostada.
Kind of,
yeah.
but it's not. It's a cheese crisp, dude.
It's
What the
cheese
fuck?
crisp.
It's a cheese
This guy's
crisp.
not listening to us, dude.
Fair enough. Hey,
This dude's from
all
fucking Cali.
the
And I still
Arizonas.
think it's just amazing that I
How's
can
your-
throw out that one food item
Yeah.
and like it's this whole new.
Chimichangas? That's an Arizona thing.
I mean, I've
No,
heard
that's-
of
That's down in
chimichangas
Tucson.
before.
First one. The guy fucking deep fried a burrito and was like, "That's a fucking."
Was it a
chimichanga."
Mexican?
It was a Mexican restaurant. I don't know if he was Mexican. He might have been white. He had a fucking fryer. I don't know, dude.
Oh. Other people in the world fry things.
Nah, fucking not like we do. How does your wife feel about cheese
I
crisp?
mean, they dunk the whole thing in there. She's she's not a big cheese fan. It's her one defect.
Oh, dude.
Wow,
That's
really?
it. That's
no
the only
queso
thing wrong
fresca,
about it.
No.
She likes it, but not
Fucking
like.
chimichanga. You doubting me, cooter?
Oh, dude,
Tucson,
look at that.
1950s, bitches. We claim that shit. We made burritos even unhealthier, motherfuckers.
Just fried them.
Fried them, dude.
Good lord.
Oh well, hold on.
Instead of tossing it away, you served it to a customer.
So the
He's like, "Fuck it,
chimichanga
dude."
started off as trash.
Hell yeah.
Just so you know.
It's still trash,
It
dude.
started off as a guy serving leftover trash.
Yeah. He
Not
accidentally fried that
leftover.
shit. He accidentally
made
fried
a
it. He was
thing.
like, fuck it. They'll love that shit. And we do. We do love that shit. You ever had a Sonoran dog, Holden? A Sonoran
Is that
dog
like
will
is that
change
like a
your
Tijuana
life.
hot dog?
I don't know what
No,
that sounds gay.
It's not
That
like.
A
sounds-
Sonoran dog sounds gay. The fuck?
Dude, no, it sounds like you're going to a donkey show to get what you said.
Yeah.
Tijuana
man.
hot dog
I don't even
sounds
wanna
like
repeat
it sounds like it could either be a sexual position or like
Yeah, for
I don't-
gays.
That sounds like.
no. So a Tijuana hot dog, it'll be like some lady out on a cart on the sidewalk with like a big pan and she's cooking like peppers and onions and all kinds of stuff along with hot dogs and buns and all kinds of stuff on the same pan. And then they'll put it all on a hot
They put it
dog.
on a hot dog. It's like,
Just
kind
like
of like
that's
a Sonoran dog.
yeah, I still felt like it was gonna take a weird dirty hooker route.
No.
When you were explaining it,
Yeah.
like that
No,
would have
it's
sounded
like, it's
more
like a Philly cheesesteak without the steak and it's all the peppers and stuff put on a hot dog.
It sounds gross when you describe it.
yeah.
Okay.
So there's
Sorry.
there's kind of like this battle, this like
You just said it's like the LA version of a Sonoran dog.
yeah, which is funny because Tijuana gets looked at as like yeah, you guys just like take shit and make it worse.
Yeah,
Like,
well, I will tell
so
you
both
this.
sides of the U.S. border, like that area.
It's fucking terrible.
Here's some fucking fighting words. Arizona don't know shit about fucking Mexican
you haven't
food.
been to a good Mexican food spot.
Take me then. Show me.
Brother,
Take
you were in
me.
Mexico for 2 years. What is your take?
I went to the best reviewed taco spot
You're going
here.
to review taco spots. That's your fucking. You're going to white people taco spots.
Okay. Then I'll go. I've gone to the worst ones too, and it's still shit.
Again, the only people reviewing are white people.
Like nobody around here makes El Pastor on the trompo. Show me.
Yes, they do. In Mesa. In Mesa.
What the tacos the Califas? That place?
No.
Because that place was ass, and it had fucking everybody's ranting and raving about that place.
It's white people. It's different. You can't trust white people.
How long have you been here since August?
Yeah, almost a year.
Do you not just drive through Mesa?
I drive through everywhere looking for any kind of Mexican spot, and I'm like, that looks like ass.
Spot.
The taco spot, tried it, ass. Tried fucking all ass.
Yeah, dude. No,
the taco spot is terrible.
You got to drive through, and you got to see fucking El Taco in a fucking Kmart parking lot, and you go there.
The taco spot
it's
a front. They're money laundering.
To the guy
that's
got a fucking plastic pull-up table and an easy up that's carving trompo. Like, dude, I don't care. I will eat it. I will eat it.
What are you guys doing?
I have eaten balut. If you know what balut is, I don't give a fuck. I have eaten cabeza. I will eat lengua. I will eat everything.
He just doesn't want to
take
listen to
me
us,
to
right?
You
the
can't
spot.
put balut and then say cabeza. Like they're kind of the same level of disgusting.
White people out there don't know what the fuck that is. It's a head. It's cow head. Cabeza is cow head.
Yeah,
That's what cabeza means.
You steam it and it's delicious.
Lengua is tongue. Cow tongue. That's what lengua is.
Delicious.
Okay, but you guys are not understanding from the point of a true fucking, like, white people don't understand what any of that shit means.
I understand. But we're trying to tell you that there is good Mexican food here. You're just going to places that have been reviewed by white people.
Okay, well, you're a white person. You kind of look white, somewhat.
He really lived in
He's
Mexico
white
for
as
2 years.
fuck.
He's got a
I have
Mexican
been
wife.
begging for people to show
I
me
literally told you I would, and then you just fucking...
And then the only time we hang out is on the podcast.
Dude, just pick a spot
It's
in
not, it's
Mexico and drive until you see lights and like not really a parking lot.
Correct.
That's it. That's all you need. Like not really, or somebody else's
not rocket
parking
science.
lot.
You know what I miss? I miss in California specifically, like when I would go, and this isn't to stereotype
At his
or anything.
last school, this is what
I used to love going to Home Depot, like when I would
go to
used to
another
get
school, you
shit,
wouldn't know them.
and I could get tamales from a guy in the parking lot, like on the lunch break.
Fucking do that here.
Where?
Dude, not where you live at.
Not in Gilbert.
Gilbert's white as shit,
Not
bro.
Chandler.
Okay.
Not
Dude,
here.
Okay, first of all, Gilbert has been ranked as like the #1 spot to live in Arizona. Obviously, there's not fucking good food here because there's a bunch of white people.
I know some of these neighbors make some hella good
guys
Indian
think
food.
that I'm
like,
just
you
so
can't
fucking
stay
dude.
You
here.
guys think that I'm just so whitewashed that I won't go to the bad spots. I don't care. Take me to the darkest depths of Phoenix. If it's got a good taco, I'll eat it.
Dude,
just take
center
me.
Ave. I feel
Take
like
me.
like even like the
He just doesn't want to
throwaway
explore,
ones.
dude.
Doesn't want to. I just said take me.
Let's go. Let's go.
Why is he getting so upset, dude?
Because you're a little fucking bitch. That's why.
At least I got good fucking Mexican
You know
food,
how
bro.
to get a fucking rise out of me. That's why. Yes,
doesn't even know
in
what
this
cheese crisp
shit.
is.
It's because he didn't know about cheese crisp.
Man,
dude.
fuck you and your wannabe quesadilla.
It's not supposed
Your
to be a
fucking
quesadilla.
wannabe
He's
fucking
projecting.
Dollar General quesadilla. Arizonans don't know shit about fucking Mexican music.
Oh.
Cooter, send us out of this
Mexican
fucking
music?
shit.
What is
It's
that crazy,
10:30 at night. I gotta go to
The
fucking
disrespect.
bed.
Yeah, I don't know what
The
problem is.
disrespect.
Can you imagine?
Anyway, it was a pleasure having you out.
Thank you.
I fucking love you, dude.
Thank you.
You know how to take a joke.
Great.
Crazy.
I love you too, regardless.
I know you do.
Fucking asshole.
I love you too.
I fucking love you.
It's crazy. You just got some weird takes, dude.
I'm gonna fucking hog tie you on this camping trip
fucking-
next weekend.
Ooh,
Ooh,
we can angle that camera down a little bit.
hell yeah.
Let's do it.
Fucking inside out quesadilla.
Dude, actually, hold on. Brother, you do Mexican food?
I gotta pee so bad.
I do too.